down, everybody. Let me pop up the chat. So alts got absolutely demolished last night. Any position you were in, you got absolutely wrecked. Completely. You know you did. Now, one thing I want to talk about is Bitcoin. So I said something this morning. I said part of being an expert crypto trader is when to give up on alts and move to Bitcoin. I noticed both times I went long on Bitcoin, I did not see many of my subs doing that. You have to respect Bitcoin. This can happen again during the bull run. I see a lot of newbie traders thinking that alts are like Bitcoin is crap. They're starting to drink the Kool-Aid when someone's telling them Bitcoin is old. McAfee saying it's not going to go to them. Guys, it's the most secure network. It doesn't have a CEO. Ripple has a CEO. If Brad Garlinghouse choked on a chicken wing tomorrow, Ripple would have an issue. Ripple would have a setback. It might affect the stock price, right? If Tim Cook of Apple fell over in the middle of the night, I don't want anyone to get hurt. I'm just saying it would affect the price. These things would they would come to fruition, causing issues. So for that reason, you got to understand that Bitcoin is the most secure in the world. Dude, look at Key, not stopping. Key up 76% and now doing a flag. This is insane. Key was the only one. I spoke about it literally like right before it happened. I was sitting on my live stream like, oh, Key, if you go back, you'll see. I was talking about it on my live stream literally like a few minutes before this occurred. What's up with the traditional markets today? They just opened. I'd like to see, man, are we getting decoupling? I would love to see the Dow just continue down as Bitcoin goes up. Then I wouldn't have to worry anymore, right? Now the Dow double topping. The Dow's in like a double top here, a double top here, and a double top here. Slight bearish divergence. This angle is down more. On the 1 hour, not looking too good on the Dow. Not too bad here, though. It says we may bounce back up. Not too long for some pink. The daily on the Dow is about to curve down, which is not too healthy. Okay. What's going on, Hadouken? How you feeling, my friend? Where is everybody today, man? Everyone got shocked, locked, and boxed. Litecoin at 47. I keep saying, I've said this now. I don't know how many times I've said that Litecoin at 47. So it went down to 40 a couple days ago, right back in June, late June. I'm telling you right now, Litecoin at 47. Game changing. Litecoin barely took a hit. You can see it was at 48. Took a dollar hit. Not too bad. Just kind of took the Bitcoin moves, kind of following Bitcoin a lot, but not reacting like the other altcoins at all. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we can look for some divergence on the 1 minute. Let's look at some coins, look at some charts. I want to check out gold right now for a split second before we bounce out of the regular markets. Let's look at gold. Twilio starting to make some moves. My friend put this on my radar. Twilio starting to flag up here too as well. Interesting. So NIO still falling down a little bit, starting to spike back up. Now it's starting to flag. That might be the buy right now at 26.46, 27.46. Might be a good time to double up on that. The Dow may struggle. I think we may end up negative on the Dow today. It's very possible. Little bit of divergence, slight down while this is slight, but not really. They're pretty much on point together. Bitcoin obviously moving better than the Dow, by all means, right? So just want to look at gold, holding 1900, and now starting to break. I want to see it. Yeah, to me, it's back into the pattern that it fell out of. So this is really good, actually. Just delete the Discord. This is really good, looking really awesome and amazing. So this is something to look at, something to keep on our radar and think about. Is gold still doing well? So I'm still very, very strong on gold, very strong on SLV. If you want to do a silver trust, this is a perfect time to buy right here, bottom of the pattern. Definitely see about 26% gains, 36% gains coming to $30 on this stock. Remember, I put it on your radar. Okay, now we have the Dow Jones hanging there at 120, kind of flip-flopping around. Let's get back into crypto. So now Bitcoin dominance, we're going to look at that for you. I'm going to show you where is it over? Is it still going to go? What could happen? Now, we saw that we were in this, a bit of a bull pennant. I had drawn here kind of slightly. We had no divergences as well. Slight bullish divergence right here, as you can see. That's swinging down, but the RSI is swinging up. And there's your indication, man. Boom. And we boomed up off that divergence. Unreal. Let's get to the 4 hour, 6 hour to see. So I showed you we were in this falling wedge. I thought we would get to here and get rejected. When we broke through there, that told you it's time to close some alt positions, right? Always the night when I spend the night with my wife and choose to turn the computer off and not look at anything is when total chaos ensues. Now, this is breaking out of a rising wedge, which is parabolic. Let's try to get a look at this on the 12 hour to see where else we could have some support and resistance. So we fell out of this wedge. Remember, we were in this wedge for a pretty long time. From basically like May. Let the altcoins run. Now, Bitcoin is on the way to the men. I have this coming all the way back up here to 62. I just shift that, yeah. To 62 here. We have this, and then we have this. Let's bring this up. And then last but not least, 69. So, yeah, I'll look at plug power for you. So check this out. There's could be a lot more room to grow here. Let's look at the 12 hour and the daily. We're about to roll over, but still there could be way more. This is not huge histogram action. We still haven't seen a lot taller histograms. So I feel like the histogram could go up even more. Something that we definitely have to watch. So watch your alts, man. We're not out of the water yet. We're not out of the water yet. As Bitcoin continues to grow, I'm telling you, 12K, 13K, we could see a 16K Bitcoin. As Bitcoin continues to grow, get ready, guys, because it's going to get crazy. Also, look, we had a diamond here. We had a diamond pattern, and the pattern breaks out the way it came in. And it came in from the top. And look, it broke out the top, just like it says it does. The diamond pattern played out to a T. So study your diamond patterns, study your patterns. These things are amazing. They really do play out. It's insane how much you'll get and how much you'll see and what's going on when you work with your patterns and you understand the patterns. So that's another reason long in Bitcoin here, 7,800 on the daily, on the 3-day. Look, something that no one really showed us before. We never saw this before. We never really thought about it, that we were in a diamond pattern. I'm almost... You know what's crazy is like, were we in a diamond pattern here? Not really, no. You need that spike up and down. You need that spike in, that spike out. But there's your diamond pattern, pretty much textbook. And we broke out of it just like it says it does. Pretty much at the same place too. If we put a line here, like you break out of the same line. Now we're coming up and then we formed a bull pennant here on the 3-day. And now we're breaking out of the bull pennant. Clear breakout of that bull pennant. Good morning, peoples of the lifer. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for joining us, Jesse. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, breaking out here. As you can see, Bitcoin was just making higher lows. Now, on the 1 minute was why I was bullish. The 1 minute told me what bullish meant was, because it's hard to see what's going on like the daily and the 4 hour because things go up and down so much. But I was looking at the 1 minute, and if you back test it, and I was just seeing that we just, ever since the spike, just higher high, higher lows, higher low, higher low, higher low than that low, you know, higher low than that low. All these big lows, this one to this one to this one to this one to this one. It just, Bitcoin wasn't stopping. And I just was like, you know, I don't see how this is going to pop. This isn't going to pop. So this is just, I'm still very bullish on Bitcoin, man. It's in this pennant. So in my opinion, it's going to come back down to the pennant for the double touch at 11,783. And then it's off to the races again, man. And that's going to be its line in the sand. It's going to come down here. It's probably going to wick a little bit like it did here. This is the support region, 11.7. Now, if it keeps falling and it breaks 7, then it's going to fall back and bounce off 11.622. And that's what we're looking at. So until we go past 11.622, we have nothing to worry about, honestly. And with the weekly close at 11.5, as long as the weekly this week closes above that, I'm happy. So I'll take 11.8. I'll take 11.6. Bullish. And I'd like to go slow. I don't want these big parabolic run-ups into 7 to 10K like we had that time back last, I believe it was last fall already. It seems like yesterday, but it's already been a year coming. Now, so I like the way Bitcoin's moving right now, and I'm happy with it. I'm proud of it. It's doing really well. So everything's still moving in the way I like it. Let's look at Dash. Let's look at the coins that held. What coins held during the bloodbath? Well, Dash held pretty well. You can see Dash had in its new bottom area. I bet if we go to the 30-minute, we're starting to see a bit of hidden bullish divergence on the 30-minute. Take this swing low to this swing low, and the price is going down. We're in the pink as well. I'm still liking Dash. I kind of want to stay bullish on Dash right now. About to come out. Look at the 4 hour. We may roll over. Yeah, so let's wait for that to kind of do its thing. But the 1 hour is looking crispy. A couple more into the pink. Dash, man, continuing its tear. Only down 2%. Really like Dash. Something to think about. Now, Cake. Cake didn't take much of a hit if you think about it. I mean, Cake was up 72, but Cake does its own stuff. Like, it goes up and down a lot. Now Cake went down to 56, and then look at the huge candle Cake just had in the last 5 minutes. Wow. In the last 5 minutes, Cake has boomed 8%. The last, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the last, 20 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10 minutes, it went up a huge amount. Cake already starting to make a move. These Uniswap coins, they react a little different, I believe. Chromium. Everything's going to take a hit, man. That's what happens when Bitcoin dominance comes into the room the way it did. You know? I sold Bitcoin a little early, 11.765, right? 11.7673. So, is what it is. Oh, no, I sold at 11. What the hell did I sell? I like to see just in case. It's where my eyes weren't working today as much too. Like the reds and the greens. I'm colorblind. The reds and greens were off this morning. It's really weird. More than normal. I'm like, oh. I was looking at some candles and they didn't look the same. So, let's see here. Sold Bitcoin at 11.749. I had it 11.643 though, 63, but I guess the market sell chucked me down about a 0.1%, 0.12%. These guys. So anyway, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm only 100 down from where the high is. It did go to 11.9, but I'm super happy, man. I don't beat myself up over stuff like that. Yeah, I kept telling you guys, there's a reason I had $5,700 in Bitcoin, which is a third of my portfolio. I saw not many people taking the trade with me, and that worried me a little bit, but I'm not trying to be a bully. But I felt like my group was kind of in love with the alt a little bit, and so was I. I'll be honest. You did long. You listened a lot. I've noticed, though. You listen a lot. You're like 1-1 with me. Not bad, not bad. Are you still in? Is that the question? Are you still in? Hopefully you had less than me, so you were able to just ride your stop loss up. I didn't want to risk it. I don't want to see Bitcoin take a tank in the middle of the night and then lose the gains, you know? I'd rather take gains. So I just saw something, then I moved away from it. I saw a double bottom. Right now, literally, now remember guys, don't buy, I used to run and buy these oversold bounces, thinking, yes, I bought it at the lowest point. And sometimes it is the lowest point. But you really want to check and make sure you're buying the divergence, okay? Like for theta here. And dominance isn't over yet. We don't know if we're out the woods yet. So retail doesn't know what's going on. That's for sure. They're like, whoa. They're like, what do we do? But there's some divergence. You could have bought Theta right there, 58. Nice little bottom for Theta. Considering it already was in price discovery and went pretty high, I thought that was it. So the divergences don't always play out. And look, we had the head and shoulders. We did get the move up. But again, we moved back down. You got to have a stop loss. Got to have a stop loss. Like, you cannot not use stop losses. It's sad because every once in a while you're going to be like, oh, the reason is during a bull market, you don't need a stop loss. Honestly, you don't. Like, even in July, like, there was many times where you just could have held a coin no matter how down you were, and eventually it was going to come up and make you money. Like, it didn't matter. Like, I held so many coins. Like, I bought them at the wrong time. I just held them for 2-3 weeks, and then I sold them for profit. That's so easy in a bull market. And then you think, oh, I don't need to do that anymore. And the next thing you know, the market will change on you, and you'll get blasted out. So you'd rather just use stop losses all the time. I'm not saying during a bull market I don't use stop losses, but I may take a chance here and there on certain things that I would never do during a bear market. Right? There's a little bit of wiggle room that you don't have in these other markets. Even Penn Gaming taking a hit with crypto, which is interesting. Wow. Key, man, I still can't believe Key is still going up. I only had like a little bit of money in Key. Basically, another thing that's really getting to me is this 3 commas not selling all of my positions and leaving just chunks of positions around. Like, I just found out that it left $70 of that Bitcoin position. I'm like, wait, Bitcoin? Why do I have Bitcoin, you know? And it's like, what? Like, right now, let me go through it, what it did. It kept $8 of OMSEGO. It kept $8 of Aave, which was Lend. It kept $9 worth of Sol. It kept $9 worth of SRM. It kept $10 worth of Thorchain. It kept $10 worth of Cardano. It kept $10 worth of Sun. It kept $12 worth of Kava. It kept $12 worth of IOST. It kept $13 worth of Theta. It kept $13 worth of Augur. $14 worth of Polkadot. $15 worth of NKN. $17. And now I have to sell all of those, and then they get the fee. So what is going on, man? Why aren't they selling my whole position? $20 in DOC, it's keeping. $20 in VeChain. $20 in XRP. $25 in Syndicator. $27 in Send. Now there's $37 in Key. I'm about to sell that because you know Key's not going to go up that much higher. $51 in PNT. And then now it kept $78 in Bitcoin. Everything else is a position that I'm holding and that I'd rather hold. So I don't understand why it's keeping these tiny positions. And then to get rid of them, I have to sit here and do maintenance and like sell. I have to sit here for 20 minutes, maybe more, write down every coin that they're keeping and then sell out of them. Like, it's very annoying, man. Very, very annoying. And they're not like burn. Like, here I have 5 cents a EOS, 6 cents a swipe. That I can burn. I can burn that. It happens in Binance too. So that's basically a Binance thing that's happening. And I think I'm blaming it on 3 commas. But to me, I'm like, dude, sell the whole position, man. I guess I have to use the order book better, like, and take somebody's order. That's the issue, right? I'm not using the order book. I can't see the order book. I used to order book trade a lot. I should convert it all to BNB. I think that's a good idea. But I have to sell at this point. Once you have $30, they don't let you convert $30. They only let you convert like dust, tiny bits of dust, you know? So Bitcoin pumping, man, on the rise continuously. Let's look at Bitcoin on the 4-hour. So Bitcoin had a cross, came down, looks like it wants more. Doesn't look like the blue line is coming towards the red, and we have a green histogram bar. We have a bit of bearish divergence here, as we have a swing high to a swing high, but we have a swing low to a swing low here. But this could keep coming up, and the RSI could surpass that or mimic it, and then we wouldn't have the bearish divergence. That is a bull flag as well, bullish pattern. So look for the temporary target of Bitcoin, pull your pole, come up, and we should be crossing into the 12,000 region. This puts us at 12,300 375 is the target to break out of this bull pennant. We go to the 1 hour. Let's see, in the 1 hour, we actually just had a cross in the 1 hour. That tells us that we're definitely going to go up 12,000. We do see bearish divergence, though, heavy right there. As you can see, the spike up, price goes up, but price goes down. Double bearish divergence. Yeah. I mean, it's right here. You got it. You nailing it, Hadouken. Yeah, it's right there. And then they did go down into a cup. Bit of a cup. But I also showed you guys what I showed you. No one was talking about, but I brought this up numerous times. I said this was a double bottom. I saw it right here. Look. It's a butt. And it played out to a T. If you took the measurement here, you swung your double bottom out. Double bottoms have been, that's the one thing we can trust lately. Double bottoms. And look, there it goes. To the exact target. To the exact target. Like, lane to the pole, to the middle to the end. Bring it up to the top of the W. That's insane. Like Bitcoin. Then it came back down for a retrace. So you could say this was the bearish. So we're going to do a little more bearish divvy here and do a little bit of a rounded bottom again. Maybe a double bottom. We got to see what's going on. 30 minute crushing it, making higher highs on the 21-day moving average as well. We're a little far from it. Usually we have to come back down. But we did wick off a support. Now, see, we broke previous support and resistance here too. See, this was some support region right here. The price got rejected right there, 11,800. So 11,800 is a big, big, big place of resistance. The fact that we broke through there is pretty big to me. And now we're wicking away from it. Tells me that it's strong support. Very, very strong support. Very strong support. Yes, we have the bearish divergence, but I've seen it just the other day. I saw it on what coin was just pumping out of control? Maybe OMC Go, and it didn't care. It didn't care that there was bearish divergence. It just kept going. Just kept going. These are pretty close to the top too, but that still is bearish divergence. You can see it on the 15-minute. But you could say, you know what? This was it playing out right here. So that, to me, that's bearish divergence playing out. And now it's back on the mend again. It ripped back up. And now I see a double bottom. It's hard to see, but it's there. Bottom, bottom, double bottom. And if we take the target of that double bottom, we bring the neckline down to the end of the W. Then we swing that up to here. And that gives us a very similar target over 12,000, 12,100. So I feel like we're breaking 12,000. And honestly, I'm telling you, 12,000 is 16K. If we can break 12,000 and then not come back down into the 11,000s again, if we can fully do a clean break of 12,000, settle off somewhere, and we've got to spike all the way to 12.7, 12.8, get our rejection down to like 12.4, and then we can start to rock, you know, right? I've noticed that. Yeah, 3 commas got me yesterday. GM Crypto Family. Good morning. What's up, Dehan? Skip my order and filled it at a price way higher than the one I placed. Same thing happened in Binance. You have little bits. Convert all to BNB. Binance does it so you just consolidate into BNB coin. Smart, honestly, but shady for sure. Can you see double divergence? Yeah, on the 4. Yeah. Now, and look, 11.8. We're about to hit that 9, and we're about to rock, honestly. We're about to rock. Almost feel like going heavy into DOT, man. I'm liking DOT here. Let's build a case for DOT. Well, DOT had, look at this, man. Shoulder. Not only was DOT defiant, but it was in a bearish pattern that it just did not. Look at that head, shoulder. That should have come all the way down. That should have sent DOT all the way down to the bottom of the pattern here at 389, at least. Interesting. It still could happen. We are on the precipice here at this line. So remember that. DOT could possibly, but I do see hidden bullish divergence here on DOT. Oh, no, we don't. They're mimicked. Okay, so 1 hour. Huh. So it broke out. DOT was going to break out if Bitcoin didn't do its thing. And that's kind of what kept DOT where it is, because it was breaking out, and then it had to get brought back down. So it had such a surge. People were ready to move this thing. So look at DOT, man. DOT. It's hard to ignore it. And now Bitcoin pumps. Bitcoin pumps. The dominant 6144. So dominance got rejected, came back down to 60, and now it's on a tear again. So watch out, man. I think we're going to 12K. What's going to happen now is more and more people are going to jump into Bitcoin. People were on the fence yesterday. Nah, it's not going to do it. Yeah, it's going to do it. And that's what creates these Bitcoin frenzies, man. People FOMO into it. They have no choice. Like right now, if you're not feeling like you should be owning Bitcoin, if you're not feeling uncomfortable that you don't own a lot of Bitcoin or you didn't jump in on that, if you're not like, damn, that's the FOMO it's creating. If you feel it, imagine how many other people feel it. Everybody is like, damn, they're salivating to like, man, maybe I should be in Bitcoin. You know, they're like, huh. I did something to my 3 commas and it doesn't look the same anymore. It's kind of weird. Did they upgrade 3 commas? They do something to it? Like the colors don't seem the same. And maybe it's just because I have it like... Yeah, it's like they changed this dialog box, the 100%. It used to be bigger. Did I do something? Interesting. My 3 commas doesn't look the same. They shrunk it down or something. Maybe. I don't know. It's weird. It's not entirely different, but the bid in the same. They put a trailing buy now. Look, guys, like this box just changed on me. It doesn't look the same like it used to. Yeah, man. Fuck the Bears, man. I'm going to say it again, man. Think about it. I never traded Bitcoin, guys. You guys have been following my channel for a long time. I'm never like, yo, I'm going long Bitcoin. And only twice. Go through all my videos. Only twice. Because I felt the market sentiment. My ability of being in this game this long has given me instincts like a hunter in the woods, dude. I can hear the animals coming, man. And I'm like... Is that Bitcoin? You know, it's like, I didn't even know that I was doing that. Is my own subconscious figured it out. It was like, dude, I was looking at alts. I was looking at dominance. I said, dude, this is it. And then I've been waiting for Bitcoin to crack this 12,000 for a long time. You know, Ren on the mend right now. So if you guys look at Ren is pumping. I just saw it in the corner of my eye, a Ren chart. We'll duplicate this. You know Bitcoin's going to 12K. And my theory here is either huge rejection at 12K. If we don't get rejected at 12K, we're going to 16K. We are going to 16K. That's a 25% gain for Bitcoin. And that's going to tear up the alts. I'm telling you right now, you haven't even seen nothing yet. It could get way worse. You could see SXP at freaking 60 cents. You could see Theta at 45. I'm telling you, man, when Bitcoin goes on a run, watch your alts is no joke, bro. It's like, that's why when you have a huge position in Bitcoin, like between 5 and 10 to 20 Bitcoins, fine, you take a little hit on some alts, you have some stops, you buy the dips, you're okay with it. You don't own a huge position in Bitcoin and you watch that occur, it's like, you're just in shock. And then you're in FOMO that you don't own Bitcoin. It's depressing. I'm saying once you own a little Bitcoin, it's going to make these times a little better. If everyone here, man, if you have 5,000, you should be buying $500 worth of Bitcoin. And you had a chance. There's so many dips. There's so many times to buy it. It was in the dumps for weeks now. Let's check out that fear and greed index because I bet it's getting up there. And I don't like that. That scares me. It tells you it's time to sell your Bitcoin, honestly. If I could find it. Yeah, it's getting up to a 56, man. Scares me, man, because once we get into the big greed, we're going to have a pullback. And will that get us all the way to 20K? Do you think? That's a good question. If you guys watch this Fear and Greed Index, do you think we can get, if we get all the way to 90 into the full greed, will that bring us to all-time highs? Very, very possible. So let's look at that 1 minute. Now the bearish divergence played out. It's gone. We broke out of here. So now look, we broke out of this. We didn't even get the double touch like I thought we would. We ended up making a new high. This is what happens, man. You get that bullish. We ended up making a new pennant right here. Now we're retesting this pennant, but because there's so much pressure, buy pressure, we probably won't even get the retest all the way to the support region, which is here. One thing you have to notice, though, the price doesn't like to get too far away from the 21-day moving average, even on the 1 minute. This is the farthest we get. Here's the farthest we get. So we're pretty far. So we're going to roll down to here as the price meets it, probably at 11.9 again, 11.889. And then it looks like Bitcoin's going to go on a tear again. So that's what I'm thinking. And once we cross 12K, let's look at that 12K. Let's look at the 12K rejections that we've had. So right here, man, we came up. We got as high as 12,100. We're done. I'll put my line right there. Then we got as high as 12,046. We're done. Here we got as high as 1280. We're done. And this skyrocketed to 12,476. So that's our next line. So there it is, man, looming. 12,050 really on this chart is really where we need to get. We're $100, $150 away, right? $170 away right now, right? No, $150 away, technically. Now you could already see just by looking at the 1 minute, like we said before, and how far away the price is from the white moving average, that it's going to come down to 11,900. You can see that. They're going to touch, and here they go. They're going to touch right around here. Once they touch, the price will bounce right off of that. Usually in a bull run, we're just going to bounce, bounce, bounce. We bounce there. So here, look, we come through. We're going to get a little lower, but not too much. So 789. Yeah, $8. We won't go much lower than that moving average, honestly. Making you feel like it's time to long. Let's look at Ren, dude. Ren is on a tear right now. Someone sold it off pretty hard 2 days ago. Now, if we look at it on the 1 minute, the Ren is booming. Look at this. And now it's in a bull flag. Technically, it is getting overbought now. But Ren just had a bit of a bump up. And in an ascending triangle as well. What is the percentage gain on that Ren move? 3.9%. There you have the bullish divergence, swing low to the low. Actually, not really. No, it's not there. Can't see it. It does not exist there yet. But yeah, Ren, man, on a tear. If you look at the 3 minute, is that the 5 minute? You can see it had a double bottom right here. And there is the bullish divergence right there. You have our swing low goes down, but here it goes up. And there's your entry for Ren. Boom. 3.9% gains. I can't believe BAO fell through that bottom that we had planned. It was like a perfect bottom. So DOT, man, really sticking it to itself here at $4. Bounced off 402 now. Double bottom on the RSI. Bit of a double bottom here. 15 minute. Do we see any bullish divergence? No. Little bit of bearish. Nah. Remember that head and shoulder though, and look, we bounced off of that. So that's pretty good to see that as well. It's a chance that that's the end on that wick action. So what am I about to do? I'm sitting in tether heavily. Have a lot of tether. Not great to chase a Bitcoin candle at this point, honestly, but you know, if we tear up through, let's look at the daily. So the daily's been on a bit of a run now. Let's look at the weekly. The weekly, we had our dip, but now we're just turning, man. You buy Bitcoin on these weekly runs, they go for days. So we're about to have a weekly run, man. If you can see, one green candle with the cross. We're going to get up there. Last time we were right here, we were right there. Bitcoin was sitting at like 5,008, and it went all the way to 11,009 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 weeks, you doubled your money on Bitcoin. And remember, we're in the same place, so you can get that much more room on the RSI. Could really boom us up a big chunk. So interesting days, interesting times, right? Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin. DOT still climbing. If you look at DOT in the weekly, it looks really good. Basically forming a falling wedge. And if you look at it on the 12-hour, DOT looks extreme, like it's about to fly. So look at DOT right now, man. Coiled in there. A lot of people talking about it. Makes it hard, even in this time, not to want to get into DOT, right? I think you should just be building a position in DOT. $500 every couple weeks. Whenever you see the price down a little bit, DOT is going to become something like Link. It's going to be a wanted coin that you're definitely going to want to play with. So DOT. Like right now, I'm going to make a $575 buy into DOT. I'm going to slowly build my DOT position. Yeah, they changed 3 commas, bro. They changed it like last night. They got little hearts now. It's weird. I don't like it. I liked it before. It always it was things were bigger and more like animated for me. Now it's not the best in my opinion, but that's just me. So should we be in DOT up? You know, that's another question, right? Let's look at DOT up. I have a feeling DOT is about to make some big moves. Yeah, it's coiling up, about to have a cross on the 12-hour. DOT. And with this, if the fact that it didn't lose a lot right now, it kind of tells you something. May have decoupled itself from Bitcoin. That article was strong, telling you that it was one of the most used networks. DOT, bottom of the trend line buy here. DOT up, 732. Interesting. But what if that dominance moves on you? It's got a lot of people paralyzed, right? And that's the issue too. You won't get a lot of volume because everyone's going to be kind of shook, kind of stuck, not sure what to do type of trading scenarios. Back to that 1 minute, just check out where we're at. Yep, we're going to touch that. Once we touch it, we boomed below it. That's going to be your long buy. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like this is going to start going on a huge tear. Bitcoin is about to go to 12,000. It's possible by the end of the week we're over 13K by Friday. You know, I'm not trying to be just blow smoke out your butts, guys. I'm trying to. This is real. This is what we're seeing. So I told you we go to 11.8, 8.9, 1180, something like that. Look, we're gonna get below the moving. This is what we have. We go a little bit below. That's really far below. So you don't. That's like an anomaly. This pump down right there. Could see it. This is a bit of a double top, double bottom. I'm like close to longing Bitcoin right now for a lot of money, like 10K, and just riding it up. First thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to buy DOT for about 575. Okay. Yeah. See, I'm like. They just made this smaller. I just honestly don't believe it. I'm wondering, did DOT really change the way it's doing things? I mean, did guys, can you check your 3 commas? Does it look different to you? Is 3 commas different today? Or is it me? Damn. Only 7 people on the stream. I guess that altcoin wrecked city got everyone all not wanting to look at their portfolios today. They're like, yeah. Dude, that sucks. I don't like the way it looks, man. It's like smaller, and I don't have the best eyesight, and like I liked how big everything was. They made the bid smaller, the ass smaller, you know. They added a trailing buy here, which like confuses me. When I hit 100% and stuff, they made things smaller. Like, why would you make things smaller? And like, it's like harder for me to see. It's less enjoyable to make a trade right now. So weird, man. I also see some discrepancies sometimes right now. Like, I'm seeing how, saying on my dashboard I have more money than they're letting me spend, which is confusing to me. Saying in Tether I have 10,575, but when I go to make a smart trade, it tells me I only have 9,000. Oh, here it goes now. I need to be reset or something. So DOT at 401, okay? DOT at 401. As Bitcoin starts to make a move up again. So DOT at 402. I like DOT here, man. I really do. So 575. I'm going to slowly start building a position in DOT till I have about $2,000 to $4,000 in it. That's my plan. I'll put a 17% stop loss, 321. This is a long-term hold. I'm willing to lose $100 on it if it doesn't go the right way, but for the most part. Dude, I really don't like that. Why did they change this? It was so fun and interactive. Now it's not as easy to, like, dude, I hate change. Like, I hate when they change anything. Like, look at that. It's not the same. Like, it's not as, like, you know, these numbers used to be nice and big, 26%. It was like animated. What, they made it was getting too fun for people? Like now it's like I have to double check. Like, for what it's 40, like, this is going to make me a little slower of a trader. It really is. I wonder if there's a view when I can, like, zoom into this stuff. I could zoom in here, I know, through, like, my own, like, you can hit Control Plus, you know, and I can zoom in a little bit, but that just zooms in everything, you know, and, like, this is zoomed in now. So I don't know. It's cool, but so now we go below. See how we get away from the 21, then we snap back. We get away, we snap back. We get away, we snap back. We get away, we snap back. It's just kind of how it is. Yeah, you know DOT's about to fly. Only thing that worries me is this head and shoulder action, but I feel like this was the bottom and we're starting to move now. This could have been the shoulder and we tanked down. All right. 575. Boom, we'll create this trade. I don't even like the buttons used to look nice and new and used to say like this. Everything was like that. I hope they're in beta or something and like they're about to change it back, but I don't know, man. Pretty weird to me. And I'm underwater on Uni, underwater on BAO. I can't believe that, dude. I spent so much time getting into these trades, taking my time, being super patient. Down 20. This is that $100 hold on Hotcoin, down so much about that in October. I don't even care. But Link, holding Link, I got in at 11. I just feel like you can't get rid of this Link, this Uni hold. I'll hold $500 in Uni, hold 500. BAO, I'm just trying to, the second this gets out, I'll get out of it. The trade was never really going well, you know. And I thought it was one of the best entries I had ever made because of the triple bottom. So if we look at it, look at like the 30-minute, like we had these bottoms, bottom, 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 but yet I guess that wasn't the bottom, right? There was more. I even played the divergence so well. Like, look, the bullish divergence. I purchased right in here. We had support. I guess you got to put it right there, 341, back to break even. Now we're kind of sitting in that same place here. We have the bullish divergence yet again. There would be your buy right there. Like, bow, man, what's going on? But now it's like catch a falling knife. Like, if it could go lower here, then who say it can't go lower now? So, that's why my positions are really small. I didn't want to risk a lot. I'm not going to put like 5K in one of these and lose $1,000. It's just not going to happen, you know? My only thing was, should I be in dot up? Probably. If I think dot's going to go, why don't I go in dot up? But dot up isn't dot, you know? Like, you're not holding the asset. So that's one thing to think about. Even these colors, I'm colorblind. These used to be like a dark red, like a real nice dark red, and I could see them really well. And when I opened up my screen today, I thought these were green because I'm slightly colorblind, because the red wasn't, it's like a pale red now. I don't understand that. Like, I feel like they're playing games, dude. To me, people were making too much money, and they were like, okay, let's make this smaller, and let's make it so they can't, like, why would you make the letters smaller? Things were looking really, really awesome. I don't even like the trailing buy. It's weird. I'm not a fan of the new look at all. Don't like it. Interesting. More information's been added. See, I look like it's been like, all right, as long as it helps you guys, that's all that matters. Look, Bitcoin, strong buy. They're pushing Bitcoin USDT right now. Bitcoin up, strong buy. Key. But see, all they do is just show you things that are pumping and then try to get you in on the pump. I don't think these signals could wreck you. We should try them one time, $50, and just only buy the signals for a long time and see what happens. Here's the order book. A lot of people were trying to get in and get it. Like, this dude. A lot of retail. Look, $20, $30, $700, $150. No big buys here. A lot of retail getting into this. Damn you, 3 commas. Don't change on me like that. And now there you go. That was your Bitcoin bump up. The second we crack this, we're gone. This is going to fly, man. Bitcoin's going. I'm telling you right now, I don't usually say stuff like this because I don't like to be that guy. They did change it up, man. Why? I liked it. I liked the big bubbly, like, percentages, you know? Like, drag here, drag there. It looked nice to me. They work still, but to me, they're, like, smaller. I like a big window. Like, I really like the way it had it. So to put all this little text in, they had to shrink the dialog box, I guess. Yeah, format and everything. It's whack. A red day. Self key up 61%. I'm going to sell that right now. I'm going to sell that tiny little bit of self key I have, because why not? It was just a leftover. It was like $10 left over from a trade that turned into like 40 or $50 now, because it's self key went up like 200% one day, and now it's up even more again. Looks like it's not stopping. Like, this is it's at resistance. It breaks there, it's going to go all the way up here. That's kind of crazy. And Bitcoin just on a tear. It just dipped to that 873 and then boom, it was gone. And I actually had a feeling to buy it right then. I was like, I think that's the dip buy. A little bit of bullish divergence, swing low to swing low, but it swings up. This is the line in the sand right here, man. We need, and this green line here, we need to break this green line. And then we need to break 12,000. Let's go, man. Let's go, Biddy. So bullish on Bitcoin right now. So I got into DOT. That's what I added into the portfolio today. Got some DOT. Remember, you don't always have to be in a trade, man. And look, DOT already up on me. I got it at 402. And if we even look at it on the 1 minute, it's flagging. So this is like a scalp action. Just had a cross, retesting. Should come all the way back up to 407 at least. And then maybe continue up to this next resistance, 2.93%. And if you look at DOT down, is it overbought? Yeah, so it came back down though. On the 1 hour, it's probably overbought. No, not yet. Interesting. Thought we'd see that get hammered. Kava took a beat down, even though I bought off the bullish divergence right there. It doesn't matter. You get your run up, but that's all you're going to get. So you got in at 2, you got to get out at 212, right? Just checking the Telegram room. There you go. There you go. You have bought DOT. Yeah. You got it, man. You know DOT's going to be the one, man. We've discussed it a little bit, and we've even back tested it, gone in through the history, the historical data. We've looked at a lot of stuff for DOT, and we're pretty convinced that the world sees what we see. And now you see that developers are choosing it. It's being heavily developed. So look at the total market cap. Total market cap is kind of flagging now, but look at the total market cap of the alts. Just falling off in this broadening wedge. Hit the top of the broadening wedge and then came right back down. Now we're basically at like the support of the end of this trend line. So we either bounce back up or we could keep falling. Oh yeah, I want to sell that self key. Just as a tank down. So you do a smart sell. 100%. Gives me $39, right? And then create the trade. Current price 3193, and I'll sell for a little bought price 32. So now it's pumping, huh? Just do buy sell. That's what you do. And you want to sell 100% of it. The market limit, I don't even care, just sell it, man. Just sell it. Give me my $40. And it should say done. Okay, cool. I might just go through that all, dude. You can use it for parachains, ICOs. Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about, but let's do it. Let's do it. I appreciate that. You could be like the DOT ambassador of the channel, right? So I'm just wondering whether I want to long Bitcoin right now or not. I'm like stuck. I'm a little stuck, I'll be honest. Telling me though, oh, we're going to hit that resistance and then we're gone. I'm telling you right now, guys, we're about to watch it happen. It's about to fly. I'll probably leave Bitcoin live as I leave for the rest of the day and just leave the chart on. Yeah, let's take a look at ETH. Let's get our mind off Bitcoin for one split second. Take a look at ETH. I wish I was still in the trade, technically, but it is what it is. Something about not being in the Bitcoin trade. But I'm in Bitcoin, man. I got 5 Bitcoins. I shouldn't have said that, but I do. But dude, I feel proud, man. And I'm not rich. It took me a long time to get up to 5 Bitcoins. And to have 5 Bitcoins that, like, I'm not going to touch. Like, that's not part of my life. Like, they're stashed. Someone could come kill me for my Bitcoins, though. One day they're like, well, he's worth this much because he has 5 of them. ETH USDT down in the dumps, oversold on the 1 hour. It's great. Let's look for some divergence on the 15. Not much there on the 5 minute. We see it. Yeah, we see it on the 5 minute. Right there. Not guarantees, but again, then we have our second higher high. We're making a kind of a double top, or we forming a double bottom. You know. So ETH, once ETH bottoms out and starts to make a move, and the caps start to follow Bitcoin, hopefully we could have a bit of a move with the alt. But right now, man, people are just like on the fence. Whoever didn't sell their alts are still watching, and there's a time where people will just start dumping it, man. You know, it's gonna get crazy. ETH down is up pretty hard, and it's about to flag. So ETH down looks like the move. Look at this. ETH down looks very bullish. It's about to have a cross. So ETH down probably going to go up as Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance go up. So you may want to short ETH. Look at this. I mean, ETH is going up. I mean, ETH down is going up. So shorting ETH kind of looks like the move right now. It's everything that we show. This is a bullish pattern. We're in the pink twice with a double bottom, basically. We have a falling wedge in the RSI, which is about to break out. This is what I teach, man. Everything's looking really well. And the moving averages are all in a line. The 21 just crossed the 50. The price is right hovering on the 21-day moving average. Like, this looks like it's about to get juicy, right? And honestly, this leverage token looks like you actually will get some gains out of it, because I just saw like 10 cents on 2. That's 5%. Look at that, 8% gains if you short ETH right now. Looks like you could make it in the next like 2 hours too. Like, it wouldn't take long. So just to look at, let's look at link down. Let's look at link down if down is doing what it does. Link down looks like it's about to have a cross in the 5 minute. The 4 hour, it just pumped. It bottomed out, had a double bottom here. Looking pretty strong on the 4 hour. The 1 hour, it's a little overbought. So let's go back to link and just look at link itself. $10.37, dip buy. Go to the 15 minute. We're seeing no divergence there. 5 minute. There's the divergence on the 5 minute. ETH starting to show signs of life, making its way back off 1021 to 1038. Now it's bouncing off the 21-day moving average right here. You see it? I'm as befuddled as you guys. Like, I'm not sure what to do. Like, I need to wait and see what goes on. You're so funny. Can you check Bitcoin? I'm seeing divergence on the 1 minute. It's like exaggerated bearish divergence. I mean, we just see bearish divergence, honestly. Swing up, but they swing down here. So bearish divvy playing out, as you can see, playing out. It's not going to go up perfectly. It's going to have to go up and down on its way up. But look, higher highs, man, still. And now they're getting parabolic. You can't see the pitch change. So look at that pitch. Slow. It's kind of like this. Slow. Pitch. So when we get towards the end of that, we pitch up. We're starting to pitch up. Let me show you guys where we're going to go, or where this is headed. Something like this is starting to occur, as you can clearly see. We're starting to go parabolic up and away. Bounce, you know? I'm so bullish on Bitcoin right now. I also see an ascending triangle now, or almost a falling wedge, a rising wedge. But look, let me show you. Like this. This is powerful. Don't sleep on Bitcoin, man. Don't listen to, just like you, don't listen to these people telling you that Bitcoin isn't king, man. I'm telling you, it's the king. And if I didn't own any Bitcoin, you go, oh yeah, it's because he's a Bitcoin maxi. I'm not even a maxi, man. I think I see things for what they are. Like I saw Bitcoin was going to pump this week. I saw it for what it was, right? I couldn't deny the chart. The chart told me, hey, Bitcoin wants to boom up and boom up fast. All right. The dollar index is tanking on for us too. Here, there's something. Stake Dash will become an essential bridge between Dash and Ethereum DeFi ecosystems. Albert Castellana, CEO of Stakehound, has stated his intention to explore opportunities to build and integrate DeFi on the Dash platform. Over the last 6 years, Dash has demonstrated to have one of the most solid communities and innovative governance models in crypto. We are keen on working together to foster the unity of Stake, Dash, and DeFi, as well as exploring the exciting capabilities that the upcoming Dash platform will be bringing with it. Dash, man. Digital cash. Dash. It was one of the first coins ever, man. Ever. Remember that. Dash. So powerful. So Bitcoin up. Is Bitcoin up? The move. BTC up. BTC up right now. Look at that. So if you got into BTC up at the beginning of the stream, or like 1 minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just like 2-3 hours ago, you may have a nice 8% already. Kind of need BTC up if you believe in BTC, right? I just like holding actual Bitcoin, you know? To me, it's like, dude, I want the asset, but yeah, lend, of course. See, look at that. I was looking at Binance derivatives trading competition, and one of the top people had a long on DOT at 3.9. Yep. We talked about it on the stream yesterday. We did. We went over DOT thoroughly, and we were like, dude, I looked at it, and I called the bottom on DOT around $4. I was like really strong, and I don't like calling stuff. I don't like making calls. I don't. I'm not like, I feel like it's bad. It's bad. It can lead people to pain. They're going to believe you. But I just was sitting there, and I was like, DOT, man. It's like certain things stare you in the face. Oh, yeah, I brought up Cloudcoin last night. I don't know if anyone saw this interview. I'll click on it here. I listened to Coast to Coast. I grew up. They're kind of how I got into a lot of things. But listen.
In value, too, and they started making a lot of money. And then, of course, we've seen that entities around the world have noticed that maybe these digital currencies are a way that people can be controlled, they can be tracked, governments can figure out who's got what money, what transactions are happening. And so you see a lot of organizations, entities around the world that are interested in this. The first major one was Venezuela. They're the ones that adopted the first petro digital currency. And we see the Communist Party of China has been working for 5 years to create their currency that they're just releasing now. And we see the IMF talking about it. So there's definitely this battle going on between libertarians that are trying to create a freer world, a more private world, and get away from government inflation and have a system that is fair and good, and to those that want to use these digital currencies as methods of control and of
This guy is really cool, but he created Cloudcoin. He's the creator of Cloudcoin. You can listen to him. His chain, his cryptocurrency has no need for blockchain. It's completely run on the cloud. It's very interesting. I had never even realized it before, and I hadn't even heard of Cloudcoin. Like maybe I kind of went by it. I think I remember seeing its logo kind of, but so it's something to think about, man. Cloudcoin. So Aave at 33. That's a beautiful place to buy Aave. But look, Aave just kind of fell off now. It went from 35 all the way back to 33. Interesting. It bottomed here at 33 though. 33 for Len, man. Len 33, man. That's my number. Wow. Len at 33, back to 33 cents again. Look how Len came in at 59. Wow, so they just, like, the second Len came out, they sold it down. That's kind of weird, right? They rebranded it and then people sold it like it was a new coin. Kind of strange. But Len is bottomed in the pits now, huh? You can see bullish divergence right there. Swing down while it swings up, and then boom, Len had a bit of a move. I don't know if I can touch Len right now. It's just too much weirdness going on, but I like it. Double top or double bottom playing out. Interesting. Len, man. Adam fell off of a cliff. You got bullish divergence playing out right here. Swing down to swing up. CRO, yeah. Well, I mean, it's connected to the coin. A lot of people know about it. You think it would hold a little bit more. So dominance tanked, and then just in the last 15 minutes, last minute, wow. So dominance just continuing a tear, guys. Yeah. Things could get worse for the altcoins before they get better. In all seriousness. Which is kind of crazy. The fact that I'm even buying DOT right now is just nuts, right? Like, how could you buy an alt right now? But I feel like you got to be able to see. That's like buying Bitcoin in the fear, right? That's fear. We're buying DOT in fear. That's where you want to buy DOT. I mean, DOT isn't pounded down, but it's one of the few things that isn't pounded down. And now you got the bearish divergence again on Bitcoin. Playing out. Boom. 1 minute. But we did break that high. Now this is the test. Can we hold this level? Because it's like we broke support. We came up, got rejected, broke up, rejected, higher high. Now you can kind of see we're in this pattern here. We're in a rising wedge. When Bitcoin breaks out of this rising wedge, it go parabolic. That's crazy, man. They've been playing games with Aave. The second they change the name, it's like not Lend anymore. Strong Lend. That's crazy. That's nuts. I should have sold all my alts yesterday. See, that's the thing. I probably lost a few $100 only because of all those little pieces of coins that I hold. That I've been lazy on the maintenance. I never knew I would sit and do maintenance and sell coins that I didn't even know I had. What a pain, you know? Let's do another one right now while I'm at it. Let's sell. I should sell sand, my $25 worth of sand. Or just now, see, that's the point now. Should I just start keeping these? Just start keeping $20, like a little bit of theta. Like $12 worth of theta, man. But it adds up. It adds up. You know, and eventually it's be a few $100 that I could be using to try to get myself busy. So, I don't know. It does add up. Yeah, I think we're beginning the parabolic bull cycle. I really do. I think this is it. Nice. Yeah, I remember you getting into DOT. Smart, man. You knew. Who knew? He knew. Do. DOT, man. Don't sleep on DOT. That's a sad thing. There's going to be some coins you can't afford. Like, there's projects out here we know are going to moon, but can you buy them all? No. So you're going to have to focus on a few. That's the thing. Take my advice. At the last bull run, I wanted it all. And I'm sure I missed by kind of going back and forth. Pick a top 10, stick to it, accumulate, love them, and go for it. You know? BNB is another accumulator. It's going to be a $300 coin. If my name ain't Sam and this isn't Crypto Lifer, it's going to go up a lot. And you can see it's just moving off of this 28. That's its low. It doesn't like to go too low. People are staking it, doing a bunch of stuff with it. It's got a huge ecosystem. Fell out of its bull flag that it was in, though. Would have been nice if it came all the way up and kept moving. But now, yeah. Now you can see a little bit of hidden bullish divergence. Swing up to swing up while we swing low. I mean, honestly, I would say yes, it's time to get alts at a low, but that dominance, man, could still, it's looming, and it's not over yet. Look, in the last minute, it's been playing games. Now it's kind of starting a bull flag, no? Like, let's look. You really have to look for a big rejection in dominance until you can start trading alts again. This could keep coming up and then make a move. So hopefully this is double topping. No bearish divvy though. No love. They're still the same with that. So be careful, man. Be careful. I bought DOT because DOT's special. Don't take what I did with DOT and think you could do that with other coins. And DOT literally wasn't down. Obviously, I wasn't buying the dip on DOT. I was buying the strong formated support on DOT that we obviously can see now. Watch DOT break now, though. It's getting oversold, you know? Yeah, it's good to stand by, man. I agree. If anything, I'm telling you right now, you want to make some money, it's Bitcoin up. BTC up. I really got a strong indications here from the charts that Bitcoin is about to make a parabolic move. That strong push above 10K. Now we're going to get stimulus too. Today they're going to announce that the stimulus is going to go through, I'm pretty sure. We're going to be able to figure out when that stimulus comes out. The stimulus announcement. October 19th. The second stimulus check. The IRS could send it in 5 different ways. Find out yours. We know the first stimulus check that you could get your second payment before or after some groups of people. Here's how it works. I got mine first back in the day. You sold Bitcoin? Very good. One of the key facts about, I don't know, Bitcoin's about to keep going, man. One of the few facts about stimulus checks that wasn't immediately obvious the first time around is that the Internal Revenue Service sent out the payment according to different priority groups. So some people receive their payments weeks or months ahead of others. While a second stimulus check hasn't been authorized, it's still being hotly contested. The IRS is expected to schedule future payments in a similar way. Nancy Pelosi gave the White House negotiation a Tuesday deadline to work out the bill's contents if it has to have a chance to pass prior to the November 3rd election in 2 weeks. Yep. Pelosi remains optimistic an agreement can be reached before the election. Her chief of staff tweeted Monday, even if the bill doesn't pass by November 3rd, the White House, Senate all have supported a second stimulus. The White House, Senate, and House all have supported a second stimulus check, leaving reasons for post-election hope. For those who qualify, a new payment is expected to include as much as a $1,200 per individual, even more assistance for some families. The exact date a new check would be approved is still in question, but we've consulted the session. All right, blah, blah, blah. How soon could you get your payment? Scenario 1, House passes final bill, we could get it October 26th. If the president signs, we could get it October 28th. First direct deposits will be issued the 16th. And, so this is they'll pass the bill, the final bill on the 26th. The president will sign on the 28th. And so your first deposit will be issued on November 16th. Okay. Scenario 2, you don't get it to the 14th. The worst case scenario, you get it on the 8th of February. I thought I made a bad choice by not selling. I was like, I'm going to go long. That's the thing. You just got to decide what you want to do at the very beginning. Like I own long Bitcoins. They ain't getting sold today, like for any reason. They're not even getting put off into an exchange. Like I don't even know how or when I'm going to sell those. I got to have a plan. Am I going to sell it 100 grand, 200 grand, 300 grand? Like, you got to make a plan right now. Your long-term hold. Even you hold it, me and my buddy hold XRP. We got to figure out. We're going to sell half at $100 and then hold the rest. Like, you got to kind of come up with some plan so when it hits you, you know what you're doing. Are you going to long that Bitcoin you're holding? Or are you going to, wow, we're at support here, right here. We're at previous resistance, which is now support. This could be an SR flip. So this is really a big deal right now, in my opinion. We're either going to hold this support line or Bitcoin's going to crack. And I'm telling you, man, I got this bull pennant breaking out, which hasn't even broke out yet. Well, it's broken out. It's breaking out as we speak, actually, but it hasn't hit a target of 12,058. So let's go, man. Ooh, don't want to show everyone my freaking history. That's horrible. I pressed Alt H instead of Control H, and boom, my whole life flashed before my eyes. It's crazy, right? What about that guy who got caught? Did you see that? He got caught masturbating on his Zoom. Did you see this? And he's like a CNN legal analyst, Jeffrey Tobin. He got caught masturbating on Zoom, dude. Like, how do you do that? Like, that's like if I left this video up here, guys, and I just started like, come on, man. Like come on, dude. Suspended after masturbating on Zoom. Like, this is for real. CNN analyst Jeffrey Tobin suspended after masturbating on Zoom call. Like, what the hell? Like, what an idiot. Like, how do you do that? How do you have, like, how do you do that? Look at this. This is remote chief. Oh, look, it attaches my Gmail to the Yahoo. I've never seen this before. So shady. Add an account sign. Like, I'm signed into Yahoo News through my Gmail. Dude, every day they're doing something. Oh, wow. On the hot mic. Military jets flying over sport events as part of a national anthem. It's quite traditional, whether it's a Super Bowl or random gaming call just an afternoon. One fans have grown to love it.
That's a lot of jet fuel just to do a little flyover.
That's your hard-earned money and your tax dollars at work.
That stuff ain't happening with Kamala Biden ticket. I'll tell you that right now, partner. That's a lot.
Wow. Even Joe Buck and Troy making pregame flyovers to be a little much these days. That stuff ain't happening with a... Oh, wow. That's funny. I don't get it. I guess they're hating. They're saying that Trump uses our money to fly over. Yeah, exit strategy's a must, man. A must. It's huge. Are you guys behind? You know what it is? If you start watching the stream a little late, you're behind. You're not live on the stream, right? Because I can hear by some of your comments. Just get live. I guess you don't want to miss what you missed before, right? Strong buys, BTC up at BTC. It's getting into the strong buy region. They're telling you to sell all these coins to like get out of these, get into waves. Waves having that big move. Let's look at waves. I just forgot about that. Because waves, remember he said we're coming for DeFi and you can't stop us next week. Huge news. So what happened to waves in the last 5 minutes? So waves crashing like everything else. Look at the 2 hour. So waves is falling out of this falling wedge. What? It's about to have a pop on the 2 hour, and the 4 hour in the pink with the curve lined up. It's kind of like where this is like textbook buy region for waves. But could you have the BALZs to buy wave in the turmoil right now? Honestly, you may get rewarded for the extra risk. High risk, high reward. We also have hidden bullish divergence. Swing up to swing up, but this swing low goes down. This is textbook hidden bullish. So we got hidden bullish divergence. We got the blue line crossing. We have the falling volume with the falling price. The only thing that I'm going to throw out there that could be bearish is this could possibly be like a shoulder head. Are we going to make a shoulder and then we're just going to kind of do something like that and then fall over? I don't know. It doesn't look perfect. I could be pushing it here. It may not even be, but I'm always willing to be open-minded about a pattern and an idea. Wow. So just think about this, man. Waves, if this wasn't the scenario, it was a regular scenario, Bitcoin was going sideways, things were going well, waves would be a nice buy right now. What up, Matty G? Yeah. All right. They should just like come to my stream. They're going to watch where is Bitcoin going, this guy's saying. It's going right. It's going where we're going. It's going right here. It's going right here, dude. And I'm blocked. But that's how it works. Come to the live right now while you wait. Boom. Oh, it's you guys. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Trying to invite people to the live. Yeah, they won't let it happen. Damn. So waves, man, put waves on your radar. And now the time is coming. Let's go look back to the Dow. Is the Dow struggling? Flip-flopping around? Let's see what's going on. $215, doing strong. So pumping with the biddy. Pumping with biddy. I really want them to decouple, man. I've seen that. That's an idea, but I feel like we'll get, the Dems will give more stimulus than the Republicans. That's a fact. If you get $5 from the Republicans, you'll get $7 from the Dems. The only thing is, I feel like the Republicans see the fiscal stimulus idea as hurting the country. They want people to make themselves, like, their whole idea is like build yourself up. But look at me, man. Look at me, guys. Can you guys analyze me real quick and give me some advice? So I was a video editor, doing well and trading on the side, obsessively trading though, probably trading more at work than I was at work for the last few years. So even though I had a job where like I sat in a room where no one watched me. I became good friends with the supervisor. Like I just had such a cushy setup. I used to burn on my lunch break. Like for the last few years, like I've never had like that. I have had some dickhead bosses. I've been through that before, but the last 3 years, things have been good for me. Now, I moved to a new city, and I'm now getting unemployment. I'll be honest with you guys. So is my wife. We're both collecting unemployment. That's why I'm able to bring you this show every day. Honestly, and I'm not getting a lot, honestly, because at the time they researched how much I was making, and they found out that like I'm getting the minimal, like the 180. I'm getting 180 a week. So like horrible. I mean, I have savings, thank God. But my whole thing is, should I be collecting stimulus? Should I be finding a job? Like I used to edit in New York City. I called the union. They said there's no union work in Boston. Not like, she said, my union rep said, you're going to have to move back to New York, LA, or Atlanta. She said, Atlanta, there's a lot of movement. She said, Boston's really dried up for what you do. So she basically told me, and then I have a pension, and she said, you're basically, I had a career, man, and I'm changing my life. So I've thought about installing TVs on the side, like, because I'm really good at installing flat screen TVs. I do really clean work. And some guy taught me, he had a business the last few months. I've been doing that on the side. Do I put an ad out? Do I just do this crypto thing so hard? But it's just taking a while. Like, it's going to take a few more months for my YouTube channel really to start paying me well. So I'm kind of in this middle period where, like, I'm going to have to get some type of income at some point. Or do I just keep waiting for these stimuluses? I don't like personally getting unemployment. I've only done it one other time in my life when I was like 22 years old. And I only did it for like 4 months. So this is all new to me. I've been working my whole life. I've never had a handout, I'm a chef at a restaurant that closed because of this mess. So I'm in the same boat. I have no idea when restaurants will be back. So it's a crazy time. I've been landscaping, but crypto is my job for now. Yeah. Yeah, you were in the restaurant business. I was in the restaurant business, like in this, my first few jobs. I'm not like you were. I mean, he owned a restaurant, but I've cooked at 5 different restaurants in my life as a chef, you know. When I moved to LA when I was 19, and my sister let me stay in her apartment, and I needed some income, you know, so I could do my little thing, ride around in the summer. And I saw this lady, a Lithuanian lady, who had like, you know, it was like a small diner burger shop, but it was small. It literally wasn't it was like a little burger shop. But she did smoothies, she did breakfast all day, you know, and I walked in there and I said, I could do this, man. I've cooked omelets my whole life. I've made really good burgers. Like, I'm a good cook, like, and I'll bang this out for you. And she said, I'll watch you one day and I'll see how you do. And then and she hired me for like $7 an hour or something crazy with a little bit of tip action. And I would open that place in the morning. She would be there. She would just see that I was there. She would meet me there. We'd open together, and then she'd leave. And I ran that whole place, man. I was there by myself for days. It was funny. Like, she left this 19-year-old kid, and I ran the whole restaurant by myself, man. And I loved it. Like, I like cooking. I could see myself becoming a chef. It's something I really do like. I know, restaurants and bars, man, it's sad, right? They're killing our way of life in America. You know? He's like, no, you don't. You don't want to be a chef. If it was in the right scenario, like if me and you started a place and we were doing it together and we were both fully, you know, loving it. No life. Well, no life for you. You worked 10 days. You worked 30 days a month, 35 days a month. You know? 100 hours a week. Yeah, so I was just asking you guys, like, do you think I'm a bum collecting stimulus, you know? Jesse, you were a chef too, man? Jesse, you did the chef life? Dude. Hadouken, what were you doing 8 hours a week? I just like to hear this, guys. I want to hear you. I want to know about your lives, you know? Wow. Damn. How'd you get into the car thing? I thought, like, most guys I know are car things. Their dad owned a car thing, and then they get in. Yeah, what, is everyone here a chef? Theo, you're a chef too, dude? What? I'm done with that noise. Now that I'm out, I'm not looking back. Dishwasher, line prep, chef. Oh, yeah, so you did the whole thing, man. Yep. I was a line cook for a while too, man. I worked at he knows the famous restaurant Giordano's in Martha's Vineyard. I worked there for 3 summers. I did the steaks on the line. Then I also ran the fry shack. I fried all the clams. I did all the fried food out of the fry later. And then, you know, I moved to New York, got into the computer world and started editing video. I had a cushy job, man. I had a cushy job. Making $50 an hour in union. Well, I was getting union health insurance that I never had to pay for, a pension. A lot of times, once I got after 8 hours, I was into double time, triple time. I was making $100 an hour after like 8 o'clock at night, and they'd keep me there till 1 in the morning. I'm making $3,500 a week sometimes. Like, my life was good, man. Not to brag, but my life was good, dude. And I was working for David Letterman. And then COVID came, and literally they forced me into the office. I said I didn't want to go into the office. They started labeling me as a mental case. They really did. Everyone in the office was like, oh, he's nuts. He doesn't want to come into work. And I was like, no, I don't want to. And now you run your own shop, man. See, I'm so envious of you, man. I need to get there. I need to get to a place where I can say that, Jesse, I run my own shop. Like, you know. Even my buddy Muser, his family ran the restaurant. Yeah, he complains. He worked his butt off, but his dad and him, like, they were their own boss. He didn't have some random person breathing over him. I've had that for years. And even when I had it good and I liked the person that was there, it's still like, can you go do that? Like, and I'm just like, I don't want to do what you want me to do. I want to do what I want to do. When I need or want extra money, I get a job during the fall and winter. But you don't work during the summer? You keep the summers off, man? You know? So I'm lucky right now because I moved back home to Boston where my rent is dirt cheap, basically, you know? And it's only through a family connection that I'm able to pay cheaper rent, honestly. So, and my savings are dwindling. Like, you know, it's like I need to make 10 grand a month trading, man. It's like, And the last few months were good, man, and it's been tough. It's been tough. And I'm not an expert trader yet. I'm honest. I teach you guys a lot, but I can still consider myself starting to learn, starting to figure things out. I'm good at teaching this stuff, and I'm good at showing you guys what's going on. I suggest you buy to lease. Yeah, get that stimulus. That's your tax money to begin with. Should have never been taken. I agree, man. I'm a small mechanical contractor. I suggest you buy to let. You do Airbnb. What does buy to let mean, though? What does that mean? I'm not ashamed. I just, like, you know, like, I want to buy more crypto. Like, I have no money coming in, right? So it's like, I want to buy. I'm tired of HVAC. Word user. Buy, fix up, sell, or lease, or hold. No, I'm gonna, but I feel like real estate market is about to crash, man. I'm not liquid. My point is this: I have everything in crypto. If crypto goes down, I'm gonna have to find a new way to live, right? You get $600 of stimulus a month if you're lucky. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting 180, you know, and that's before taxes. So I'm getting the same as you, Hadouken. We're getting the same amount together.
Tell me when I'm live. Hello.
BitBoy Crypto is live right
Hello.
now. And anyway, yeah, paying ridiculous taxes and closed off work for 7 months. Yeah, so he's in the Canary Islands, dude. They're killing him over there. He's in the same struggle. Like, we're all kind of in these weird situations, right? I woke up this morning really upset, kind of like in a place where I was just like, man. And my wife was like, you know, a lot of this isn't your fault. You know, I'm just not someone who likes to take, you know, I don't know, like the world. Like, I want to be able to bend my world and control my world, right? So Bitcoin now at the bottom of this here, if either falls down out of this rising wedge, which is possible now, or it's going to continue. So this is a big moment here for Bitcoin. We're going to watch it either make or break itself. There's a green candle. Looks like it's going to bounce. Also, is that hidden bullish divergence slight? It's so slight. You have to zoom in here to see it. Yeah, it is, though, because look. Oh, nope, it bent away right as we did that. Look, the R side bent away. That's funny. It has to break 11.945. Yeah, no, it has. This line here. 11.945. Yep. 11.957 I have now on this wick. We got to break that. I read a lot of people saying there was resistance at 11.955. You know, I read 2 articles before I even started the show that said that we had resistance there, and that's what was going to happen. So, yeah, it just sucks when you're used to making money, man. The answer was never no. You know, I always had it. Like, if I wanted to buy a new coin, I could open up a position and buy it. Like, right now, there's new coins I want to buy, and I'm like, I don't have, like, I'd have to move things around or do things differently, you know. And I'm still doing really well. Thank God I had savings, and thank God I, like, bought gold, and thank God I bought silver. But I'm the type of guy that likes to be 10 steps ahead. And when I see the first step, I'm already, like, digging close to the first step. I'm like, no. Those 10 steps should be, like, way ahead, and I should be, like, planning, you know? So, I mean, I keep coming here every day, moving this channel. I should be making more videos, I think, on the back end. I think I have to split out some of my long live streams, pull out some of the good parts, and turn them into smaller videos. So let property, that's subletting. You sublet property now, is what you're saying. Yeah, so you had a good, well, you were in the industry. This is what you did. So you built it, you understood it. Now you can renovate, you know. Have you ever been to Boston? You ever come to Boston and help me out? You know, we can renovate. Yeah, dude, we don't have that income coming in, man. I don't like it. It's not fun, right? It's not the same free feeling. So alts look like there's just continuing to get hit. And that's also when a trade goes bad, it hurts 10 times as worse, because, and that's why I tell you guys, like, watch your money, man. Watch it like a hawk. When I see some people, like, throwing money around, I'm like, dude, like damn, you know? That's why these positions are tiny at this point. I'm in 4 positions, all $500 a piece. Very, very little. Like, I'm not trying to lose any more money. No, but my uncle was at the Irish Center in Boston. Cool, man. Yeah, we're all Irish here, man. I'm Irish. Boston's a big Irish town. The Irish, man, we love everybody. We're like we're the chillest. I wouldn't want to be anything but Irish. I love my Irish heritage. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of anyone who's proud of their own heritage, man. I don't care what you are, as long as you're proud of yourself, you know? Yeah, I don't plan on buying a house. I would never buy a house. My first investment would be, I would go in with 4 or 5 people and we'd buy like a 16 to 30 apartment complex. I don't want to own a house. A house is a liability. You want to rent where you live and you want to buy where you rent. Okay? You understand that? Old granny houses are the best. Right, yeah, a lady's been in it for mad long. You buy it, you tear it up, you make it look new, and then you sell it, right? Boom. But you may be in a better place, David Lee, than me right now, and you may just need that house. Sometimes it is what you need, you know? Rentals are going to be confiscated? Yeah, tell us, Jesse. What are you seeing, man? Jesse is kind of a fringe character like me. I feel like he is, and I don't mean to be disrespectful. I mean, you research kind of things on the outside. You know, you're not listening to the normies. You got enough, luckily. No need to buy more. Real estate? Good for you, man. Or crypto. What do you mean? Now, what do you mean, though? What do you mean rentals are going to be confiscated? What do you mean by that? Hey, you're in a good spot if you own your real estate. You're in a good spot. I basically have, I'm basically caretaking one of my parents' houses. Honestly, if you want to know the honest truth, man. I moved back to New York. Out of New York. Just no liquid cash, yeah. Oh, 1 second. Jesse's probably got to do something right now. That's what he meant. 1 second, he'll answer the question. I get it. I think I'm putting that, what he's putting down. Dude, never think you would get XTZ at 208, 209. These prices, we thought there was a bargain going on up here. There's a lot of YouTubers saying this is a bargain up here. Dude, we're going bargain hunting. You could wait for it to come back and still be in a bargain. Honestly, I like 250. I'll wait for it to get to 250. You suffered a lot in your life, but it's just seasons. I feel you, man. I feel you. My struggle has been more emotional and detachment and a lot of psychological things going on, you know, up and down. But besides that, I've had a good life, man. I think we've all had. That's life, right? That's life. That's what it is to be here. You know, I've gone through some abuse, mental, emotional, physical, you know, and it is what it is. We have to learn how to get through, man. We have to learn how to get through and to move on and to become our own people no matter what. I'm telling you guys, you guys are my peoples, man. You're going to the Himalayas, dude, right? I hope that they don't destroy this earth on us, man. Yeah, we have to. It's not what has been done to me. What has been done for me. I love that saying. Like, why did this happen to me? Like someone cuts you off, you get in a car accident. No, why did this happen for me? Maybe you learned something. Maybe you figured out something. Maybe this. In struggle is when you rise, man. In struggle is when you find yourself. You don't find yourself on a perfect sunny day where everything's working. You find yourself when things don't go well and you have to make a shift, make a move. Gratitude is attitude. I believe that. But you know what's crazy is like, if you have a chemical imbalance in your brain, like bipolar disorder or something like that, you can have as much gratitude as you want. You can sit every morning and wake up and pray, but when your brain don't work right, It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. Like, I get chemical imbalances that make me see things in the wrong way, honestly, sometimes. And it's like I use gratitude every morning, and sometimes it's that hard. I find that I have to work out and create dopamine. And without working out, I slip. So for me, physically working out is the only thing I can do for my mental brain. So here we go, man. 1940, Hadouken. We're about to do it. This is it, man. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Usually we don't do 4 or 5. We're getting rejected here on that 1 minute. Just go to 12K and do the thing. Come on, baby. This is it, guys. Right here. We're either going to come back down to the channel like we did, and we'll have to wait another 10. Ooh. We're breaking out. So you got medication, man. Can you talk about that? Because that's something my wife says, that we're working on me getting some medication. I think I'm opening up to you guys. But, there's a chance that I do need some meds, And I'm just so nervous. I'm like, won't them, every time I hear someone taking meds, they get all messed up. And then it's like one med after the next. Interesting. I've been suffering from depression since I was young, honestly, in and out my whole life. You have no idea. The thing is, I'm such an outgoing, happy guy that no one thinks I'm depressed. I'm really good at like acting amazing when I'm actually still feeling pain. I can't believe I'm opening up to you guys, but I love you guys, man. I don't care anymore. I'm willing to be real, during this time. Dude, you were in depression too? This is crazy, dude. What is this? Like, what do you... You guys my soul searchers? This is nuts. How did you not know? Damn, dude, we need to do like a family live, we should do a screen share, man. Yeah, my wife's been trying to save me for years, man. For years. 4 years. 4 years, dude. This is insane. Now I'm like nervous. Opening up, man. Being open. Yeah, you know what? I always keep a whole couple ounces all the time. And I actually didn't want to open up to you guys, but I do once a week or once a month. I do tend to take myself on a bit of a trip and explore the realms of the brain, And yeah. It's funny, a funny story is I'm on mushrooms this summer. This is a really funny story. I'm on mushrooms this summer, and I was sleeping out in a tent. No, check this out. This is true, though. After a few trips, your brain is rewired. Microdosing enables those new neural pathways to be built and remain strong. Yeah, so what I do is I was tripping, and when you're tripping, you have a huge sense of gratitude. So I had this huge sense of gratitude. I just doing this as Bitcoin starts to build up, man. Wow, Dave. This is getting deep, man. No, we're going to have a group. Can we have like a group therapy session, guys? Shit. I think we need a group therapy session, man. This is insane. Dude, we're about to break resistance, guys, as we're talking here. This is it. We go across this green line. There it is, guys. It's a wrap. Here it is. Here it is. Wow. We're doing it. We're really doing it. We're breaking out with a rising wedge. That's going to be parabolic. That's a buy the breakout type of thing. Even after the struggle down here with our double touches, look, double bottom. Look at double bottom on the RSI, like exact. Insane. Dude, I'm telling you, if you came into my channel, definitely, I'm a special person with special, like, weird frequencies. I tend to bring in, like, really interesting people into my life. I found that. Maybe we all do. We all think we're special, but, we all should think we're special, technically, Oh, yeah, but so I'm on mushrooms. I'm in the middle of the woods, and I made, like, an amazing trades all month. I was up, like, 9,000, and I'm looking at CBC, and I text him. I'm like, I texted him in Telegram, you know, through a DM. I said, man, I'm so thankful for you and everything you've taught me and your consistency and, you know, the way you pushed your group and the way you never miss a day. And I said, I'm just very appreciative of everything you've done and very appreciative of your, you know, your ability to stay consistent. And look, we get rejected there. Let's get up there, man. And he's like, hey, can I check something with you? And I'm like, I'm on mushrooms. I'm like, yeah. He sends me a link. And it was when he was just about to start doing his screen shares. He wanted to like check his screen share to make sure it worked because he was going to do a screen share in a couple days. And he started a new screen share service. So he sends me a number to call. He's like, just call this number. And I'm like, all right. And I'm like, I didn't know what was going on because I'm in the woods and like, I just hit a link and next thing you know, it starts a phone call. And then he's like, hey, and I'm like, hello? I'm tripping on mushrooms, like tripping, like peaking. Like I'm 2 hours deep into the trip. And Chris, you know, Crypto Bitcoin Chris is on the other line. He's like, hey man, what's going on? I'm like, I'm sitting there like, Chris? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I had no idea I'd be talking to you right now. Like I just felt gratitude. And I wanted to let you know the gratitude that I felt. You know, I'm out here camping and then he said, hey, you been in the group? What's going on? Where you been? You know, you were really active and haven't seen you in a few months. And you were one of my favorite people. What's up? And I said, you know, my wife's father died. And watching her deal with the death of her father through a phone was so painful and horrible. And it took the wind out of my sails, I told him. And I was emotionally like distraught. And like I'd open up a chart to go to trade, and I just like didn't have it in me. And he spent like 2 hours on the phone with me that night. And we talked about a bunch of different things, mainly me talking the most, but we talked about a bunch of different things. And I gained so much respect for that dude, you know? So I know there's some hate groups out there. And there's some people who like think he's a scam, you know, and I don't try to take it personal, but all I know is my connection with Chris, and it's strong, and he's a good person. So I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't know any of you guys probably without him. Not all of you, some of you, but most of you. So I extend that gratitude, and it's important for me. And yeah, that's all. And just a story to tell you guys, you know. Dude, dot up 705. I thought it was dot for a second. I was like, dot just went up. And there's your dot bottom at 396. Right? But look, as Bitcoin pumps, you know what? Maybe even dot will fall. Maybe even mighty dot. This is like get on the Bitcoin train or get out the way type thing. Now we're bouncing. We keep getting rejected by that line, dude. I'm telling you, we made it up to 1977. We're coming back down. I think you're right, man. I think it's time that I help myself out, you know? Yeah, sorry, guys. I went on a tangent when we're supposed to be talking about crypto. And if someone probably came into my channel for the first time today, they're like, what is going on here? And, you know, that's why I'm not as consistent like these other Bitcoin people. I'm too real. Like, I don't know how to be fake. I don't know how to put on a persona. Like, it's just, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But when we do make it, guys, to the top of this crypto craziness, look at key, guys. It's still in a flag. Wow. Like, that's telling me that it's probably going to break out again. But don't buy green candles. It's hard to, like, chase these candles, right? Yeah, look how overbought you are now on the 4 hour. I don't buy anything like that. To me, the move was made. But, dude, it went up. 93%. How do we miss these guys? Everything is energy. Energy is everything. It's true, man. It's true. You know, I watched Joe Dispenza, and he was saying that when you meditate on a higher level. The higher level, the bigger your energy field becomes. And when you make your energy field really big, you become more energy and less physical. And this actually is what happens physically. You become more energy and less physical. But when you're depressed, you suck in your energy. Your energy field is smaller, and you become more physical than energy. So the key is to emulate as much energy as possible through meditation, focus, and subconscious blockings. I know I have some type of subconscious blocking going on. I need to do deep meditative healing to find out what happened to my subconscious, at what stage, and where am I using that to hold myself back. And that's kind of the key to it all. So like, I get it, but now it's to put it into practice. Look at Bitcoin dominance, guys. Just hitting, it's going up and up, right where I said, look, it's now halfway to the target. This goes all the way to 63. We're in for some trouble. We're in for some trouble for these alts. So it could just get worse. I wouldn't open up an alt position right now. I would be chill. I would say, like Hadouken says, emotions stand for energy and motion. Yeah, you're right. Emotions. There you go. You know, someone told me that a long time ago, and I forgot it. But it's such a key thing to think about. That's dope, man. That's really dope. Link. Yeah, so like some YouTubers keep it all professional, but I feel like, you know what? I'll bring the people in that are like me. And why should I hide parts of my personality from my subscribers? Because that's it. Isn't that the key? You know? Yeah, check this out. This is like this track. If you guys know Kasky, I'm not a huge fan of Kasky, but he had this song, Voice of God. Like, his new stuff is pretty good, but this is pretty cool.
And I heard the voice of God. He said, be yourself, but don't be anything at all. I made you how I did, cause it's gonna take you far. Then I heard the voice of God. She said, be yourself, but don't be anything at all. Yeah. Looking in my life, so much pain that I recall. When you down bad, who the fuck you supposed to call? Hey, yeah. Swore I was gonna fight it out, win, lose a draw.
I'm gonna start making some more music. Lately, I've been having trouble making music, and it's been affecting me greatly. Like I sit with the pen, and I'm like, I got a new album I'm working on, and I'm like, something's holding me back, and I gotta start making more music. Like, it's so important to me. It's like killing my soul that I'm not making music. Like, I can feel that, like to express yourself, right?
Then I heard the voice of God. She said, be yourself, but don't be anything. Sometimes for my life wasn't worth it. Wish I could reverse it. I picture anything but this ain't picture perfect. I'm saying curses at the same time I'm reading verses. When God strike down on the hammer, you can't miss the verdict. Why I'm so selfish, I'm never trying to live in service. I said a prayer with the same mouth I kissed the serpent. I pour codeine inside a cup, cause I'm getting nervous. Lately I can't put down the stuff, I'm down like the dirtest. Lately I bury all my problems underneath the surface. Inside my mind can't get a handle, it feel like a circus. Sometimes you look inside the mirror and you get discouraged. But truth is, you want something and actualize it. Capital inside my pocket, cause I'm out here capitalizing. Why I feel so broken even when I gotta cash deposit.
Why I feel so broke even though I got a cash deposit?
All this pain inside my life, only thing I do is laugh about it.
If you Google him, his dad shot himself in the head. So he lost his dad to suicide, which always ruins a kid, because you're like, why did my dad take himself away? Like, what was he, like, he didn't love me. You know, like that messes a kid up. Parental suicide really messes a kid up. So shout out to him for like doing what he does. You know, like he's got millions of views. He's doing it, and he's following his dreams, and it's like dope. You know. So here we go, guys. We break this now. It's on like Donkey Kong. So that's heavy resistance that we're busting through right now. 11,970. Now we could start going sideways, but to me, 11,970 to 12,000 isn't going to be a sideways move. To me, we're going to crack 12,000 and go sideways at like 12.2 to 12.4. It's just there's too much brewing here that's going to ride us up to 12,000, right? Plato said that music is moral law. It gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and charm and gaiety to life and to everything. One of my favorite quotes. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. Yo, Muser's a dope guitarist, man. His family plays a lot of music. His dad's a nice pianist, plays the guitar, but Muser plays the guitar pretty well. There was a one stint where he was in, I think he was going in for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day or more, man. He was playing hard. I think we're all deep. You just got to give people the time to be deep, you know? Like, you'll see someone who you think is superficial, but you just didn't have the time to break them, you know? They're putting on a superficial mode at that moment, but if you ever to get to crack them, and that's almost my gift, is I can crack anybody on a deep level. Like, people who claim, even I've had the most introverted people I've worked with, and if you're around me for more than a month, I'm eventually you're gonna tell me like your life story. People open up to me. That's like definitely a big gift of mine. Is people open up because I open up, and through opening up, you learn and you become more experienced. And that's why the more you open up, the more you'll be a man of wisdom in your later years. Because how many people have opened up to you? And then that's an experience. And the more experiences you have with other people, the more you learn, right? So now we're at this level of resistance. So guys, this level held. This is really good to see. Let's show you here what's going on. So we get rejected right here, right? So we got rejected, and this became kind of a zone, in my opinion, of support and resistance. We came back into it, but we came right back out of it. So I'm hoping, do we have a new zone here now? Is this our next zone that we're not going to break? We're just going to play around and then keep moving. Make these steps. Higher highs. Look, we just keep creating higher lows, dude, over and over again. So as long as we don't make a lower low than this low here, as long as our next low is in this range, we're bullish. You know, we made our higher high. We needed the higher high. We broke that. So Bitcoin just continually, and what I like is it's like a slow step today. It's climbing. It's just slow climbing on its way up to the top, you know. Dot 4 hour MACD trying to turn red. Yep. About to do its thing. Come back down to the trend line here one more time. 390 would be that place. What's up, BS Social? How you feeling, my friend? Yo. Yeah, slow and steady is how you want it to go, man. I'm still bullish on DOT unless it falls out of here. So basically 386 stop loss. If it goes past 386, it's a wrap, right? So I'm going to put my stop loss at 386, even though I'm playing close to the bone, and I could hold it for, and it's a long-term hold. But you know what? Who cares? 386, man. I really don't like the new colors. They're not good for colorblind people. Before they were really obvious. I don't understand that. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Where are you coming home from, man? Where's your time zone? Where you at? I entered DOT. The only thing we got into was DOT. I'll show you the trade right here if you want to see. We got into DOT at about 402, 398 area, 575. Very small position. I feel like DOT is going to become a big winner. $300 a coin. I like DOT. So I think building a position in DOT is important here. throughout this bull run, and I'm basically starting to get in. I should have been getting in earlier, but I have been playing it on and off. I last sold DOT up at 525, somewhere in these regions, and since then it's never came back. So I'm pretty, in my opinion, I sold the top. Now I just need to get back in below my sell, and I'll be a happy man. Bitcoin doing its thing, guys. It's gonna go to 12K right now. Let's get back to that 1 minute on Biddy. We're basically just live streaming the Bitcoin move here so people can see. Now it's flagging, holding support region. So I keep saying, will it hold? And now it is. Now it's going to do a flag here. That's very bullish for Bitcoin. I'm also going to predict that we have barely any bearish momentum here. When this crosses, I think we'll have something like that again, maybe even smaller than that, like something like just these two. See that? Like that, and then we're going to keep moving. A very bullish day for Bitcoin, though. Very, very bullish. And is the Dow still doing its thing? Is the Dow... See, this would tell me the Dow has to be at 400 for this to happen. But 126, okay. I'd like to see the Dow tank today, honestly, while Bitcoin moves up. I want it to decouple. Enough is enough. Because the Dow can't be the reason why Bitcoin goes up and down. We can't. We have to end that. That has to be over. So I think that was the long right there. Bottom of the trend line. Saying though, Bitcoin cracks 12 right now and holds 12, going to 16K. I mean, I keep saying that. Now, when do we find out about the stimulus talks? What time during the day? What time will we learn about stimulus? Let's see. What senior citizens know about stimulus checks? Yeah. What time? I'm trying to find out. Like, usually by 2 or 3 o'clock. I mean, they don't like to work late. Yeah, exactly. Should be by like 2, 3 o'clock. We should learn.
Providing $2 trillion to American workers and an economy hurting from the pandemic.
Imagine just handing out trillions of dollars.
160 million checks.
SSP, XRP to the moon. You got it, baby. We with you on that. We with you on that. Bitcoin. Did you guys watch the BitBoy crypto video yesterday? He did some video, and it looked like he is discussing. Let's look at BitBoy. I didn't watch it yet, but it's on my radar to watch. Greatest news in crypto history. United States digital dollar. Interesting. Digital dollar battle. Hottest money making tool in crypto. We should look at that. He's definitely Rarible. He talks about Rarible. Hey guys, I got my first NFT. I bought like a little piece of art thing. I think NFTs are ways to make a lot of money. You go to Rarible and you can buy and sell NFTs. So yeah. Stellar and XRP, baby. But here he said, can XRP still make you rich? Is Ripple really the best investment? It surprised you, right? 5 coins to 5 million. Tika Tory list leaked. He got that one. That's awesome. But where he had one here. His videos are amazing. You want to watch them all because he has such good titles. I swear, one of his latest videos will XRP can overtake Bitcoin. You know, it's in there somewhere, but he says like, anyway, he talks about how he thinks XRP could go to Bitcoin. I mean, XRP could overtake Bitcoin. So now here we go, man. New candle, 12K. We cracked 12K. Yeah, he is an altcoin maxi. He said he owns 0 Bitcoins.
Daddy, I have something to show.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that.
Yeah, and behind
Is it a little bee? You drew a bee?
Yeah.
That's so cute.
And behind it.
Oh, a double picture?
Yeah.
Is that me?
That's you.
I'm the tall one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's mommy. That's
I'm wearing
me.
blue. You like me wearing blue?
I'm wearing green.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a blue outline, right?
Yeah.
You cheer me up so much. You know that?
I love you.
I love you too. I'll come up in a second. I'm almost done, okay?
Okay.
I love you, sweetheart.
No.
Mwah. Breaks my heart, man. My kid breaks my heart. Having a kid, like, you love your kid more than anything in the world. My love for her is, I can't even describe it. I can't even begin to describe it. Then you wonder how I was able to long Bitcoin, because now you're looking at it and you're like, where? Like, no one can figure out what's exactly going to happen right now, right? I'd rather just see it blow. Let my long-term holdings pat me on the back today if Bitcoin rips. It's kind of in another now rising. It's now going into another rising wedge here. Or you could also say that it pumped and now it's going to make this. It could also, I'm getting crazy with the patterns, but it could also be just kind of into a flag zone like this again. This could be its new flag area. Seems to be what it's doing. It just keeps finding a flag. So we broke heavy resistance at the 50 region, which is huge. That was old resistance. We needed that. We needed that huge. When's the last time we broke that? Let's go back in time. Wow. You kidding me? We gotta go like the 30-minute. So when's the last time we broke that resistance area? At 11,950. It was right here on September 1st. Maybe like somewhere in there, yeah. So damn, coming up on 40 days, right? Let's take the calculator there. So Bitcoin been 48 days about since it's been here. That's a big deal, man, in my opinion, right? We had a lot of time to accumulate. This was the accumulation phase. This looks a lot like the bear market. Look, isn't this looks very similar to the trough to 3K, right? It's kind of funny, but it is. Like, it looks very similar. 20K run up, bear market, and we go up, right? I don't think it's a bad idea. I think Uni is going to be a huge coin. I think $10 a coin for Uni is very, very, very obvious and going to happen. I think Uni is something you want to get in on, just like DOT. And look, it came in from the top. It broke out from the top, but then it fell out. Damn, man. Played that pyramid perfectly. See, this was support because this is where the pyramid hit. And then we broke down, but we wicked back up. We're now super oversold in the 1 hour. Getting there on the 4 hour as well. We get oversold in that 4 hour. It's going to tell you something. Look at the daily on it. Yeah, you can't tell, so you need the 8 hour. 8 hour had a cross, but clearing back over. So, on the contrary, Uni at that price is not a bad idea at all. No, all of us like your idea there. All of us. That would be a steal. Should put an order in for it and see if you can catch it, because you catch it on a wick, so it's going to happen fast. So you got to be there already. What's your thoughts on the CME gaps for Bitcoin? You know, I'm not a huge guy that they have to close, honestly. I'm kind of sick of the idea that we have to live by those. 95% of the gaps get closed, okay? But that leaves, there's many gaps that never got closed in 2017. You know, I mean, if you compare, not in 2017, but a year before, when they opened up the CMEs. Can you catch 2 stocks for me when the crypto is done, please? Yeah, let's get Plug Power for you. I remember you asking about Plug Power at the very beginning of this. So let's get into that for you. And then what's the other one you want? Plug Power Inc. NASDAQ. Okay, 1671. And Solo. Electromechanical VH Corp. Okay. So, wow, this is now hitting all-time highs, right? Pretty sure this is in the price discovery at all-time highs. And it hit it today. Well, let's see. Maybe not today because it's a 1 hour candle and the market hasn't been open that long. But, so these were the all-time highs. You can clearly see it was overbought. at this point. You don't even need bearish divergence sometimes. You just need to know that it's overbought. Coming back down. Look at that. The 4 hour is about to boom though. So this is actually very juicy right now. It's in a flag. So it's flagging on the 4 hour. This looks good, guys. Nice entry for plug powers here at the bottom of the trend line at 1611. It's all the way up at 16 there now. And let's look at your target. Yeah, we were discussing plug power the other day, me and you, right? Up 45% gains coming from plug power. Look at it on the daily. The daily, yeah, it's crossing some red, so look for it to maybe keep. So the daily tells you it's going to kind of maybe come down a little more into this channel. That will suffice that daily to turn red a little bit and turn pink. We could have a little more action though. This is looking very bullish. All the moving averages in a line perfectly. This is where you want to be. Utility will be king at some point with some of these alts. I see the future for Bitcoin as digital gold, but as use cases goes, some of these alts have serious upside, XRP especially. Yeah, we're kind of XRP maxis on the low, me and XRP Muser. I mean, it's in his name. He wasn't gonna rock out crypto without putting XRP in his name. I didn't want to like position myself that way. I'm actually an XRP and a Bitcoin maximalist, if you can believe that. I believe in them both equally almost. Not equally, because I have way more money in Bitcoin, so that's not true. But because Bitcoin's so much bigger, I don't think I need that much money in XRP because XRP will grow, right? So you see XRP at $10,000 an ounce. I mean, $10,000 would be amazing. Sharing. What has sharing done, though, since we talked about it? Bitcoin is the OG, man. Me too, XRP and Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm XRP, Bitcoin, Cardano guy. Those are my biggest holdings. My 3 biggest holdings: XRP, Bitcoin, Cardano. Then I got Link. I'm buying $25 worth of Link a month. So, bam. Yeah, during the bear market, not this year, but last year, I bought half a Bitcoin, 0.6 Bitcoin at $3,800. I was showing someone that the other day. It was like, so proud of that buy, man. So proud of that buy. Because I had to have a lot of, like, I had to really believe in what I was doing. Look, head and shoulders, shoulders, head, shoulder, come down to the shoulder. That is the end there, which hits support region. Do we come back down here? Come on, stay in the support region, please. My green bar area. That's why you watch that 1 minute, but it's nothing goes up. It goes up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. You bought some BAT. Let's check that out for you real quick. You bought some BAT on the 4 hour. That's a good idea. I'm heavy on BAT. I went in a little heavier than I thought. We were supposed to get a big pump there. All right, so it's got a rounded bottom. Let's take a look at it. The 1 minute looks really good. Rounded bottom. Looks like we bottomed here. We're in that fallen wedge on the 1 hour. You said you were on the 4 hour. Yep. See this double top seem to have played out. Now we're at a bottom period. Seems to be double bottoming here. So we have this bottom. We have this bottom. Boom, boom. Also coincides with this area too. Heavy, heavy support here. And look, this is the 5th time. Jesus. So BAT's kind of like, dude, we don't want to, we've accumulated, we don't want to sell. Here's another time we've hit this line. This is nuts. 2 more times. This is some of the strongest support BAT's ever had at 20 cents. Look at it. It's kind of saying like, no more, dude. Bitcoin, we don't care what you're doing. We're going to hold here. Interesting. 4 hour, you said on the falling wedge. I'm trying to see what falling wedge you're talking about. I think it's this one, maybe. To me, I feel like it broke out of the falling wedge and then was going to do its thing. And then it got a double top action. Tried to do its thing again. You could say this is another falling wedge here. I do like BAT here. If we look at it, so we zoom in, we're seeing we're at the bottom multiple times. This is the bottom. So, yeah, and we have bullish divergence as well. Nah, not really there. Let's see on the 1 minute if we have bullish divergence. No bullish divergence yet. I don't see it. I'm not sure where you see it. I'm sure it's there because you're on point, so I'm just not sure where though. Falling wedge on that 1 hour, on that 1 minute. Rounded bottom, as you can see, we clearly have found some type of bottom here. Boom. Yeah, to me, that's like how it works. Starting to make higher highs regardless of what's going on. After that huge dump, did it break 20 cents? Let's see. I think it did. No, it refused. Too many people had buy orders down there. They were like, nope. All the buy orders got hit up. People waiting to get in on BAT. Could begin BAT's move right now. I like BAT. I already have like 2K in BAT right now, 2,000 USD. So I'm happy with my BAT bag. It'll do what it's thing. I got 2K around $20. So let's go BAT, man. Let's get back up to. And BAT, I was just really trying to live off BAT. Like when BAT went to 40, 50 cents, I was going to sell it and use it to pay my rent. Like BAT was basically a living trade. You know, when it goes back to 50 cents, I'm going to sell it again. Like, I don't care about holding it for years. I just want to make enough money to pay my rent on BAT. So BAT, go to 50 cents in 2-3 months so I can sell you and pay my rent. That's the plan. If BAT doesn't do that, then I won't be able to pay my rent with BAT. I'm also a huge Litecoin holder. I hold a lot of Litecoin. I hold 50 Litecoins, at least 56 Litecoins, something like that. Litecoin sitting in a bull flag here on the 1 minute. Starting to follow Bitcoin, as you can see. So now the large cap's starting to follow up a little bit. Double bottom on Litecoin. I'm telling you, 47 is the line. Is that line, man? I don't think you're gonna get Litecoin any cheaper than $47. Honestly, buy 100 of them right now at $4,700. Probably the best thing you ever did in your life. I used to tell people to buy Litecoin when it was $5, man. I was like pushing it. I'm a true XRP. I'm a true lifer, true crypto lifer. Damn, coming all the way back down to 6.2 again. To 9, it had to retest 950. Had to make sure that was support region. It's gonna come down and test it again. Falling out of the rising wedge, as you can see. Like this, always on. Bitcoin to surpass S&P trading time within 2 years. Recently, discussion around Bitcoin maturing and becoming a respected mainstream asset has prompted comparisons to the stock market. Yeah, see that it's open 24 hours. So in 10 years, it gains more maturation than a stock that was open 20 years because it has more time on its ledger. That's something this is going to say. I think I made this quick connection. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. Bitcoin to beat S&P 500 in total hours traded within the next 2 years. Investing and trading is never easy as it sounds, and it can lead to endless stressing over the natural ebb and flow of the markets. Due to the cryptocurrency market's wild volatility and other unique attributes for other markets, it can make for an even wilder roller coaster ride compared to investing in a major stock index like the NASDAQ or the S&P. For example, on Black Thursday, Bitcoin plummeted 50% while the S&P fell only 24% within the same time frame. The massive market cap and liquidity in the stock market was able to absorb selling more, so that the leading cryptocurrency, So, however, Bitcoin promoter Pierre Richard claims Bitcoin is far more liquid and saleable than stocks for one important reason: the crypto market never sleeps. Should investors get the urge to sell on a Saturday evening while sipping whiskey, they can, while those who trade stocks will need to wait for Monday morning. The market open while sipping coffee instead. So, crypto trades 24/7, 365 days a week. It doesn't even take Christmas off, while even long weekend bank holiday means the stock market shuts down. Stocks also don't trade overnight and on the weekends unless you're trading market futures. Because the S&P is open for trading just 5 days per week, barring any weekend holidays in the plan, just 6 hours and 30 minutes per day, Bitcoin will surpass the stock market index in total trading time within the next 2 years. That's interesting. Honestly, Bitcoin dominance is not going to calm down, mark my words, until you see Bitcoin either get rejected or crack 12K. Billionaire Mike Novogratz build Bitcoin position on pre-science. Bitcoin bull Mike Novogratz tells BN in Crypto that he has added to his Bitcoin position on October 19th. The Galaxy Digital believes that once Bitcoin reaches 12K, it opens a fast move higher. The Bitcoin price is within striking distance of 12K. I think the same thing. I've been calling for the same thing, and just as a trader. The sentiment in crypto community has shifted now that the bulls are back in charge, with the Bitcoin price trading within a striking distance of 12,000. Investors know from experience that this could be just the beginning of another major rally. Billionaire investor Mike Novogratz seems to think so. The Galaxy Digital chief tweeted BNN Crypto that he added to his Bitcoin position, a decision made on pre-science leading into a rally on October 20th. And it's what he had to say about where Bitcoin price is headed that could give investors a chance to capitalize on the momentum. Novogratz expects that once Bitcoin takes out 12K, not only does it move higher from there, but it does so quickly. He points to the fundamentals, including too much demand from new participants. Bitcoin rough resistance. The 12K level is an important threshold for several reasons. Many consider it tough resistance, and Bitcoin price has not been able to overcome it as of late. Recent sessions have seen it remain stuck between 10 and 11,000 area. Once Bitcoin manages to retain this milestone, the last time of which was August 2020, pundits agree it could be off to the races yet again. Bitcoin went exactly to 12,000 and got a big juicy rejection, all according to plan. It didn't hit 12,000, dude. I hate that stuff because it really didn't hit 12,000, right? Bitcoin will break 20,000 like a massive boss. The entire crypto community is likely glued to their screens to see if history repeats itself and the Bitcoin price rallies to the moon. I like 11,950 here. Seems to be holding strong support. I may make a big bold play right now, live. And you have no idea. I'm very close, guys, to going all in on Bitcoin. Very, very close. Very close. Very, very close. 4 hour needs to cool off, though. So does the 1 hour. Need to wait for the stuff to cool off, but in the next few days, there's a chance I go in for an entire Bitcoin on my trading group. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I love you guys. No, I will. I'll be in the Telegram, and I'll let you know if I make a huge buy on Bitcoin. I think I'm going to, though, honestly. I'm feeling it. I'm already buffered by my 2 trades. I'm up 1,000 almost, about 1,000 on, not 1,000, like 750 on those 2 Bitcoin trades. So I feel like I'm already up. Oh, we got some crypto news too. Oh yeah, this is just, we talked about this, but they're just discussing that we know Binance is going to participate in the Spark airdrop. It's going to happen. Yeah, Flare confirms it's in negotiations with Binance and Kraken to support the airdrop. 18 exchanges and wallets support Spark airdrop, and at least 5 are considering supporting its distribution. Yeah, so there you go. Let's go to the Flare network and just check up on them. At Garlinghouse, Flare is combining the best of XRP, very fast settlement, Ethereum smart contracts, and Avalanche consensus, which helps extend XRP's utility and allows developers to create smart contracts for new use cases, lending, and DeFi. What are you guys going to do with your Flare? Are you going to sell half, sell a little bit, sell it all, or hold it? I'm going to hold it all. I'm going to hold every piece of it. I'm not going to sell a damn thing. I'm going to act like I never got it and just hold it for a couple years, until the bull run. I'm going to sell it into the bull run. That's my plan. Word. Yeah, there's just no reason, right? Like, you're going to get it free. The thing is, you're going to get 1-to-1. You don't always get 1-to-1. And there's the chances could be 10 cents, dude. I'm just doing the math right now. I own 20,000 XRP, right? So at 20,000 XRP, okay, we're going to get 20,000 Spark. And that's 0.03 cents. $600 free, man. If it's 10 cents, right, that's going to be times like $2,000. So there's a chance we're getting, and I've heard talks about it being close to like, I don't know, 50 cents. I don't know why it would be more expensive than XRP, but I hear a bunch of different things. So very interesting. Oh, so they were busted on the hot mic. They didn't know that they could hear them saying that. How do you not know when you're on a hot mic when you've been in this industry for your whole life? Whatever. I don't think that was a hot mic. I think they wanted people to hear that. I think the network, I think that was orchestrated. It has half the supply of XRP. That's interesting, man. Very interesting. So Bitcoin price will skyrocket as markets riddled by election uncertainty. Dude, Bitcoin price will skyrocket as markets riddled by election uncertainty, analyst says. While the ongoing uncertainty regarding COVID and the U.S. presidential elections could drive stocks down, Optimus CEO predicted that Bitcoin will skyrocket. I think this is the decoupling. I have a feeling, like I have this strong intuition that this is the time where Bitcoin's going to do this. Well, the Dow does that. And then they're going to sail off away from each other. And then my friends can finally say, you were right. And then everyone's going to pile into Bitcoin. The second the decoupling happens, people are going to sell their stocks for Bitcoin. Yeah, those who bought Bitcoin on Coinbase with their $1,200 stimulus checks now see decent profits. I like that, right? Your $1,200 becomes $1,600 in weeks. Damn, man. You know? According to the report, 1 million received a stimulus check, right? The first batch was mailed in. At the same time, the popular US-based cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase marked an increase of deposits worth exactly $1,200. Typically, 0.1% of all deposits equal this amount, but it had a one-day spike in mid to April of 0.4%. Of course, it's unknown whether the increase is a result of people. Of course it was, man. Of course it was. Assuming that people used the $1,200 to purchase Bitcoin at the time, their investment would have shown a significant increase on the price. The cryptocurrency was around $7,050. I put the whole stimulus in there. So let's see what happened to me. Right? Bitcoin went up. You would basically take 11,960. You can minus the 7,050. You get 4 and you divide that by 11,960. Oh, sorry. 11,960 minus 7,050 divided by 11,960. 41% gains, right? Actually, it's more like this. It's the 7,050 divided by like 4,800. Oh no, it's 4,900. Like 4,800, yeah. Divided by 750. 68% gains, dude. So my stimulus of 2,900 is now damn near it says it's like $4,000 now, right? Because Bitcoin went up by, if you bought in at 7 and it went to 11, you made more than 50%, right? So if you put $3,000 in, you made 4,000. Like they're saying you made 1,600. When did they write this article? Because this article is off. Last updated June 24th. Fucking old ass article, man. Anyway, yeah, they were just doing that. They didn't even, now you'd be up even more. So Bitcoin may have saved America, honestly. Like we could clearly say that. Did Bitcoin save America? And you're saying, what do you mean, Sam, or Crypto Lifer? Well, I'm saying because people got their stimulus checks and because of Bitcoin, they didn't lose it all. Wow, Bitcoin just tanked. Look at that. Right as we were talking. It moves so fast. Look at that. Doing so good. Came all the way back down to my support region, my green bar, which it hit and bounced off. I feel like that was your time to long right here. We got oversold. Last time we were oversold, that created this huge move up all the way up here. I'm getting into Bitcoin right now. I'm telling you right now. I'm getting in. I'm getting in. I'm getting into Bitcoin for a lot. Not a little bit, for a lot. And I'm sticking to it. Stimulus, there's so much. The flippening. I do want to wait for that 4 hour to cool down, though. See, that's what's worrying me. But we could just keep moving. Don't want to buy here. You want to buy here in the pink. Every time. Interesting. I feel like Bitcoin's going to do something insane, though. There's just too much push on it right now. just bounced so fast off 11.875. People were just like, oh, that was a steal. Got to be patient. I'm going to wait it out. Do half now, half later. One of those, you know, when you're just like, oh, I need it bad now. Sometimes when you FOMO, to stop the FOMO, do half now, half later. If you can't stop the FOMO, that's what I tell people. Or a quarter now, a quarter later. Give yourself something and then walk away if you have to. If you feel like you need to be in a position. But make sure it's small. I just feel like it could easily get to 11.4 in the middle of the night, you know? I gotta wait for the 4. I gotta do what my conscience says. I gotta wait for the 4 hour to curl off. Or maybe I'll buy the 12K come up, but it's just something's telling me, man, it's on the way. A macro investor just gets in now, you know? It's like, dude, you gotta get in now. Oh, of course, dude. They're going to happen again. There's going to be new people that never heard of it. There's people that are hearing about it for the first time today, and they're going to start pushing it on everybody. Like, yo, you got to buy that Bitcoin, man. People are like, what? What's this Bitcoin you talking about? People are like, yeah, man. Need it. I would actually buy real Bitcoin. I don't know if I'm going to play Bitcoin up because I actually want to hold the asset. I want to hold real Bitcoin. I'm trying to really buy Bitcoin. I want to hold the asset. I guess you could play Bitcoin up, sell it, then buy Bitcoin, right? Because you'll make more money, then buy Bitcoin, and then keep your profits. The only thing is, I'll be honest with you guys, Bitcoin up swings like a mother. It's a leverage. And with Bitcoin doing this, higher probabilities of getting stopped out. So just something to think about. You know, it swings hard. The leverage tokens don't swing like the regular tokens. So anytime you get a 1% move, you're getting a 3% move. So it kind of like triples its moves. Like it goes up, it goes down. Bitcoin goes up 1%, this thing's going up 5 or 6%. So sometimes they're not that fun to play, honestly. High or low right here, moving up. You know what, man? Every time Bitcoin was oversold on the 1 minute, up, oversold on the 1 minute, up, oversold on the 1 minute, up. Look, 1170 to 11.9. This could be its move back to 12K. Might get rejected up here though. 11.987. So the negative case, when you want to buy something, build the negative case, right? Okay. So why shouldn't you buy Bitcoin? So why shouldn't I buy Bitcoin? Let's see. Well, let's see. The 4 hour, let's look at the daily. The daily's a little spent right now, okay? The daily's spent. We're hitting previous resistance right here. Then we'll have to get up here. We're holding strong support now. So now we're starting to range. The ranges will get bigger as Bitcoin goes up more too. Remember that. What I mean is, like, Bitcoin will range in a wider areas as it gets more expensive. Like 21,000 to 22,000 may be a range one day. Imagine that for an altcoin. It's going to be an interesting time. It's definitely going to change. We're gonna learn something about the cycle for sure. I don't think it's going to be completely like any other cycle. They all have their own unique. It has been a tough price to break. So bearish scenario is the daily is pretty kind of, you know, we're getting a bounce now though. Look at that. We're getting a bounce in the daily, which tells me, The weekly also is very bullish. I'll be honest. The weekly is very bullish. Last time the weekly had a turn like that, Bitcoin went on a tear, and we're getting a turn. We got no bearish momentum. No, the weekly looks insane. And that's like the strongest thing to go on, you know? So if I buy on the weekly or the daily says we're going to curl down. 8 hours says we just kind of started a move and there could be more coming. 4 hours says we started a move and we could be bouncing up for more momentum. The 1 hour says we just crossed, but we could be, you know, it's looking bullish in a way. The weekly's telling me, dude, the 3 day, the 3 day, the 3 day just had a cross and more coming. I'm in, dude. I'm in at 11,960. Now it's starting to pump again. FOMO. I'm not FOMO when I'm telling you I see serious buy pressure that I haven't seen before. I wasn't seeing this buy pressure before. Every other day Bitcoin went up a little bit and then it's already back down to retrace. Like today it's going up and it just doesn't want to stop. It keeps testing. It keeps getting bought up by the low periods. Look, anytime Bitcoin, let's research the philosophy. Bitcoin came down here, bought. 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 There is heavy buy pressure going on here, in my opinion. You know? We break 12K, it's a wrap. But everyone else is gonna start doing this, selling their crap, their shit coins, and jumping right into Biddy. We break this 12K right here, it's a wrap. All right, guys, I did it. I longed it. You want to see me hit the button for $10,000? Create the trade. I'm long on Bitcoin. I'm done. I'm not playing these games. That 3 days about to fly. That daily's about to fly. We may have a little bit of a pullback, but not much. Take my trade. Don't freaking cancel on me. All right, I'm in at 11,981, dude. I signed my fate. $10,000 in Bitcoin. What I got? 0.838. Let's go, baby. Now I can stress out all day long worrying about Bitcoin. And with that, guys, I'll read this article. Post it into the Telegram. Did you post it in the Telegram? Let's see. Yeah, post whatever you want in the Telegram user. We'll talk about it real fast. So my buddy created Yearn Cash. Who knew? The guy I met in that other group, he created his own coin called Yearn Cash, and it actually is on Uniswap right now. And he runs it, so he'll sell me Yearn Cash. I'm sure if you want some Yearn Cash, reach out to me. I can link to him. He's Who Knew. He's also in my group and other groups. So if you want Yearn Cash, just reach out to Who Knew. He's the creator. You'll get it basically without Uniswap, like on the low. So, and then when it goes to Uniswap, you could either sell it, see what happens with it, but you're kind of on the in on a project. So if you want in, let me know. My buddy created a cryptocurrency. And yeah. Who knew, dude? They got a white paper, looks strong. It could be tweaked a little bit. I'm not trying. I'll be a little hard on it. It could be a little better, but we'll see. We'll see what goes on that white paper. Did chase big green candles, but honestly, man, Bitcoin, man. You could wake up tomorrow like 13K and just be like, how? I've seen it many times, and I'm feeling it. This is when it starts. Looking at cake and this falling wedge. 60. Moving up. What article were you talking about, Muser? I wanted to throw it in there before I bounced. Could be interesting. What could be interesting? You guys are funny, man. These young investors are still betting big on cryptocurrency and are taking Harvard and Stanford along for the ride. On schedule, backed patio of Lux's Vena Big Sur Hotel, several dozen of the world's leading cryptocurrency experts are planning a special after-dinner game. It's a brisk weeknight in November 2019, and the attendees congregate around tall heaters to sip wine and hot chocolate and quiz each other. A nerdy real-life reimagining of a computer science concept called Byzantine General Problems, which imagines a leader passing orders to lieutenants of unreliable loyalty. Pooling their deductive skills, the participants successfully root out 3 players instructed to lie. They've illustrated in low-tech form the power of the blockchain, which combines vast amounts of processing power to create a dynamic. The game is a clever icebreaker for a secretive off-record conference meet to unite different factions of the highly optimated and cantankerous crypto community, away from the posturing and flame wars of Telegram chats and Twitter threads. Byzantines host an investment firm called Paradigm, are looking to remind this elite group that they're more similar than not, all united by a common goal, to see crypto become more mainstream. Nearly a year later, that mission remains a work in progress. When the coronavirus set global stock markets tumbling in March, crypto assets like Bitcoin plunged too, despite defenders' instances that such coins were a safe haven, operating independently of old-school financial trends. In a world facing more pressing concerns, a pandemic, a presidential election, lives disrupted by the sudden move to digital and remote work, crypto hasn't emerged as much of a unifier, at least not yet. When Armstrong, he should have put a not yet there. When Armstrong announced in September that Coinbase wouldn't tolerate political discussion outside of its financial mission, 5% of its workforce left. Outflow to dabblers, day traders, and daily Bitcoin price updates on CNBC. Anyway, I'm not going to read this whole thing. It's super long. I don't have the time right now, but I will read it later on my own. But put it up there. Muser threw it out. If you guys want to check it out, let me know. All right, guys. 14 watches, only 10 likes. Hit that like button if you can. I'd really appreciate it. I don't remember hitting the like button, but I guess I did. Thank you guys so much for watching. We got our unlike too, man. Awesome. Oh, someone just swung the like to the unlike? Don't do that, Jesse. Funny. He's like, no, but I'm the token unliker. All right, guys. I'm gonna make an exit. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. And remember, I just longed Bitcoin for 10,000.